Hi, 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 hi. I just realized I don't have my glasses and my eyes are hurting. Hi. Is the audio working? Because like mera Spotify open tha, this was open, that was open. Oh, so much stuff was just open today. And it's weirdly hot for some reason. Yo, hi Shubhajit, hi Nick, what's up? The moment that I met you, you have powers over me. You have known I should have known you were toxic energy. This song is like stuck in my head, dudes. In case you haven't heard it, it's called Toxic Energy by Black Bear, and it's actually really good. It's actually a really good song. Don't you love it when people just touch your nose? Hi, Lavish. What is this camera? It's a fuck all camera, bro. I'm trying to fix it. I'm streaming from a storeroom, literally. Okay, I don't have any control. And it's a downgrade from my old camera. And the lighting here is just yellow and it's just. Tomorrow I'm gonna fix. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna try to fix the lighting and stuff here. But there's only warm lights and they're only spotlights. There's no ring light, nothing here. And it's just. Who designs lighting like this, bro? Hold on. Shukla! Shukla! Hi, Tony. One sec. Chat also says fuck your lighting. Shukla! Shukla! Hi. Come sit here. Come sit here. Come sit here. Come sit here. Hi, Nachiket. Hi, Amit. Come sit here.
What?
I'm gonna torture him and make him watch the match with me for a bit.
No.
Best day today? What happened today? What happened today?
मेरे घर के पीछे मैच हो रहा है मैं हट के क्या YouTube पे देखूं?
Don't dox where we live, thanks.
It's where I live.
Yeah, still.
Send me coffee. Send me food on Swiggy.
Considering it's the team Reckoning Esports,
tired
which
of paying
Lotus
for
has
this
been
woman's
looking
food
like a
every
strong
day.
suit for them. One
Then
thing's
cook.
for sure, they are probably improved drastically on this map.
Yep, even I hope so. Revenant,
Do you have
like I
Diet
said,
Coke?
they are the kind of team that love
Hi,
delving
Parth.
into
I'm
chaos.
ordering
They
Diet
like
Coke.
turning
What?
their attention to the dark side.
Oh, give me
and
thumbs
using
up.
that malicious power to throw all their opponents into a state of downward spiral. Let's see if
Okay,
they can
guys, who do you
channel
think
that
is
energy
winning?
once again over here as they go for a very
Oh, you went to
aggro
watch
build
IPL?
already.
Nice.
What is this? They've got the Raze and the
Uh,
Breach
so-
together. Turn it up with Sky, and you've got a lot of flashes on Revenant.
Koi paisa vasool?
Meanwhile,
Nice.
Rangers stick to their standard
I
harbor
will
wiper
play some
composition,
games after
along with the
this.
Sky to
Aren't
burst
you?
out
Yeah, I
of
think
those
aren't you?
walls.
But,
And
like,
they will
I
most
stand
likely play
deadly,
this
so,
game
you
in a
know.
very methodical,
I
very
stand
slow fashion
deadly,
as they like
so-
to spread out. That's one of the advantages you have with the double controller setup. You can spread out and just take a lot of control without actually having to fight. Meanwhile, Revenant, their lineup kind of looks like they are built to just fight, brawl, and just continuously tear their opponents apart.
Yeah, the lineup just looks like an aggressive one. The agent select. But let's see, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on forward inside the first map of Lotus. As we take a look, of course,
Hey, man,
Revenant
we're coming
Esports on
back,
the defense and Reckoning
Thursday,
Esports
I
on the
think.
attack. The team seem ready, and hopefully you guys are ready too, as we're going to kick things off for the pistol round. Considering Revenant Esports, they've only got that one controller underneath their belt. Blackhawk on the Omen, the classic
I
combination.
woke up at like
Let's
3
see how it's
p.m.,
gonna
but I
work out. As
still
Crips
like
mentioned,
set
yeah,
up
this
with my headset and
composition
stuff.
is
But
quite an
today's match
aggressive one.
party.
They need to
So
take
come
some
join.
aggressive map control. But if a lot of time's wasted early off by Reckoning Esports, then this can definitely
Ooh.
sting them quite a lot. Revenant
Wanna
on the
chat,
defense so
Favo?
far. just playing the patience game, not really taking it against the opponents just yet.
I like this swiper wall that Reckoning have deployed. It lets them creep up towards the ultimate orb region and take it without any contest. Plus, they've got the cascade as well, which allows them to break that door onto B-Link and flood right inside the B side. But Revenant are ignoring the smokes. They're pushing right in, and Reckoning punished them for doing so. That's what happens when you try to push out of the high tide. You will get slowed down and killed.
Still a 3-on-1 scenario, though.
I believe Para can do this. Para's gotten hard. Oh, shit. Never mind.
We'll see what the deal. Paradox taken down. A huge threat dealt with. And Reckoning Esports, they kick things off on a great note.
Morality questions, no, dude. That's during breaks. We're watching the match, bro.
Working out, but still that
hey, Kunal, what's up? Also, guys, like this
pathway they created
like
towards speed, just surprising the players of Revenant.
I fully
and
believe
just dropping them like flies, not even giving a lot of chance or a lot of time to react. Definitely something that they would want to keep up. But let's see what Revenant's got underneath the belt. Yesterday we saw quite a lot of thrifties, to be honest. Especially on those anti-eco rounds, they were still able to get those thrifties secured, so you never know what can happen. You might just be up for a lot of surprises. Reckoning Esports taking the C-Long control. Going for the Orbis Hirsch. So nothing being showcased just yet. Even Revenant not pushing out at all, playing quite disciplined, letting the opponent team have that space, respecting their privacy. Reckoning, on the other hand, though, really just want to breach in the opponent's territory as the rest of the three players walk in. Now everyone's stacked outside A. The intentions are starting to get a little more clear. Even the intentions, as you can see, they've finally decided to stroll on the site. Deadly 10 opens the fray, and Reckoning Esports, they've got a clear pathway. 3-on-4 definitely is doable, but Revenant's still able to get some kills underneath the rug. Able to sweep them under the rug, but Reckoning now, they finally get the grip back on the round.
It is
going to be the last man up in life. Can't
Alright.
do much, and Voya, we'll see the deal. Good way.
I actually want to
Reckoning Esports, 2 rounds, as expected, but now the opponents are going to have the better weaponry. And as I said, so does the entire agent select just resembles. Revenant Esports will need to play this one on the aggression.
You may want to swap.
They've got the lineup, they've got the agents.
Hey Ayush, what's up? You may want to swap accounts.
All they need to do is just back the players up with the flash. Heavy presence outside B once again. The Paradox is going to go for an aggressive control. A long control instantly in the hand. While the rest of the players from Reckoning Esports, they started to traverse on the B site. Already you can see Deadly 10 just so aggressive. Got so much map control. Knows there's another player in the close quarters. Chin's taken down. Almost could have taken down Josh's wall. But barely able to stay alive on the skin of his teeth. And now it's Josh. Just going for those duels. Chris was able to seal the deal onto that man. For Reckoning Esports,
I've never watched an IPL match in person.
The spike and Trist is way too low.
I just realized something.
Next to impossible to seal the round.
And
Reckoning Esports gonna respect Revenant.
Yeah, because this is an easy Revenant win, like, you know. Okay, so here's the thing. My best friend in college, okay, his dad was a manager of a really big IPL team. Like a really, really big IPL team. I'm talking like an 8-tier team in terms of like its fan base and
Let me tell you guys, it's going to be an absolute treat to watch. Hirsch has already got his seekers up, which he can utilize.
And we never, and I'm just saying, we lived in the city that his dad managed the team for, and we never went for one match. Because we were dumb. We were actually dumb. RCB. My college best friend's dad used to manage RCB and we didn't go watch a match while we lived in Bangalore. We are dumb, dude.
Fall back silently. Paradox as well falls back from the A-long. Reckoning Esports will get the control back. So many visual denying utilities. And Revenant, they're not really able to get that confirmed information on their opponents. But look at Reckoning, so indecisive, don't exactly know where to go. They're just trying to play around, trying to gather some information, but still now finally they have made their mind. They want to go on the CSAT, they want to hit it.
I am a dummy. No, it's not the opportunity. It's just thoda awkward hota hai.
Good stuff. Ching instantly eliminated the High Tide as well as the Viper Toxin screen available to boot, and this should keep Revenant away. At least cut lines of sight before the spike goes down.
But like,
And now
I just no, you know
ground.
what? No.
It's time for Revenant to rise up. The Cove will also dissipate in a moment. Deadly playing in a one-and-done angle.
Ooh.
The Flamin will be able to trade him, but right to Ace is there to neutralize the numbers. The wall drops. Josh pops the flash. Warrior supposed to keep them at bay, supposed to keep them burning, but he just needs to kill anyone who's defusing. And guess what? Nobody is doing that.
Someone defuse.
They're all ready to push him right now.
Someone defuse.
Snake bite, so he can buy some
Oh
time.
shit!
But little does he know that the spike is just about to start.
No.
Once again. An easy 1v3 for this man.
Welcome to the Iron Lobby, boys.
Cool and collected. This man did not
I have an
get the ball
insurance
in that
policy. No,
situation.
but
He was directly
jokes on you. I don't have
around
insurance. I'm
15,
poor.
so Revenant Esports, they still have that one single round in the board. So at least
Just watch them overheat, bro.
only two
That's called overheating.
So the pressure's not going to be surmounting just yet.
Why would Thugada sweat pay? That's true. But then one person holds near the spike while the other two push and clear angles together.
What I'm skeptical about with Reckoning's approach in the
You
previous
gotta
round was
clear
that
angles together. You can't just like
by using the
three
high
peek
tide,
that
they
like
spread
idiot.
out towards C and A at the same time, which is nice. But then they give up on both B and C early on. Now it's a good thing that Revenant didn't catch on to it, but if Revenant were a little more proactive, they would have figured out where Reckoning were going in the end. Uh-oh. This is Josh being pushed back. Both the Cascade and the Trailblazer forces him to concede the area as he hears multiple footsteps from Reckoning approaching him. He's already called in the cavalry. The rotations are on the way. But they won't be able to make too much of a difference because of the Reckoning invested by Reckoning. And just to
Oof.
say their name twice, Deadly takes
Yeah.
one frag.
Right way to start things off. They've got the B control too. Revenant, they can't do a lot in this situation. We'll need to respect the opponents. Let the site control be taken away. But look at Deadly all by himself on the A site.
Why are the monitors so close to them?
Revenant knows too.
I don't know. Some people play like that. Like
towards the A. And Paradox finds the opening.
I have seen some pro players' personal setups, and they are so weird. Like I know someone whose monitor is ahead of their
Now the
keyboard.
bodies are starting to drop down. Revenant Esports definitely a momentum of pace inside the round that we're looking for. Even invest the ultimate, the Rolling Thunder. They are clearly just indicating that they want to get this round in the hand. But Ching still able to get that kill right to Ace 2 from that, and Revenant they still pull this round off. It seemed like an impossible round to get in your hands, but Revenant Esports they still somehow do it.
What a carpet bombing utility from Revenant Esports, and so well orchestrated. The first boom bomb that was used by Paradox gave the information about who's holding the closer angles and who's holding the farther ones. Now, the paranoia from Blackhawk was a little early. If it was thrown along with the Rolling Thunder, it would have been even more devastating, but Revenant still make it work. The only person who could have actually saved this round was Tristan.
Is Right to Ace
because
playing?
he's
Yes, he
playing
is.
towards the start of C-Link. And
Yes,
that's
he
not the
is.
position you would expect an attacker to be in.
And he's showing up today. Damn.
So he went and checked, and he actually could have created a lot of impact, but he got one tapped out of existence. Now that's a banger. Oh, and this time also Reckoning start off with furious, blistering pace. Deadly already dashing inside, clearing out the way, and the rest of his teammates follow suit.
You look damn cute without specs? No.
They were able to scoop the previous round away. But
No,
let's see
I
if
prefer
it's
with
gonna be done or
specs.
not. Once again, the site control's taken away. Revenant, they also have the weapons advantage. But just like how Reckoning lost their own fire.
Oof. Oh shit. No, no.
Around two. Right to Ace knows the players in the
Oh.
team is detained and will take full advantage of
Oh.
this. Reckoning, they
Oh hell no.
as they're trying to stop this entire retake from Revenant. The last two players are up and alive from Revenant. Right to Ace and Josh's. Right to Ace, a man to be feared. Let's see.
Oh, that is so unlucky.
What's going to be the answer? A thrifty being pulled off even from Reckoning.
What is this? I mean, both these teams are pulling thrifties upon thrifties. I mean, why do you even have the guns at this point? You know, we usually talk about economy quite often, which dictates the momentum of a team, but I guess in the case of these two teams, all our conversations about money are irrelevant.
We're in a playoffs
These
till
guys are
now.
capable of pulling off such
Reckoning.
random stuff.
RNT has made
Now,
it.
there are
I'll tell
few
you.
problems with Revenants around this time. The lockdown invested doesn't cover the entire Viper's pit, so Trist isn't forced to vacate his own pit. He can continue staying over there. Yes, the extension from
I'll tell you.
was
Hold
a little
on.
late. If he probably
Let me
went a little
open
early on, he probably could have destroyed the lockdown
VLR
too.
because
Even without it, even though he gets detained, he's doing just well. Revenant pushing really deep into its A lobby, and that's something they've always done. But on the other hand, Blackhawk is able to kill Warrior, and that too through the smoke.
I just want to check actually.
The sting later on.
Yeah, that's true, Danish.
Scenario. Right to waste, way too close. Her comfort will be
I don't play
done.
Destiny anymore. I'm done with Destiny.
Comeback scenario from right to waste.
I am
A sad
done
one.
with Destiny.
A 4-4 scenario. We're able to get the trade up. Revenant, on the other hand, still just
Okay, so on this bracket, yeah, there's RNT they've all qualified. They're just playing for the better seeding, I guess. Yeah, they're playing for better seeding at this point.
Reckoning Esports, now they're going to try to play it tight.
I mean, this was the group of death.
Very tight-knit unit. Three of
This
Reckoning
was the
members
group of death.
sticking together. Meanwhile,
What
Archie
Astra,
Esports
TR,
is
and God's
looking
Reign.
around to
I
make
haven't
sure
played Destiny
how
in
Paradox
a
gets
month
caught
now.
napping. I can't blame him when he gets Ferrari peak like that.
Because
The timing from Barsh, it
I'm
would be
playing games
perfect.
on this thing.
Even Ching gets caught off guard. The flash
Like,
will detect
like
where
I used to
Blackhawk
play
is.
Cult of the Lamb even on my
Every
PC, right? That has
are
stopped.
almost
I have
entirely
Cult of the Lamb and Tears of the Kingdom on
Josh's
my
position
Switch, and
is
that's what I'm
somewhat of a
playing these
mystery.
days, and
Even
that's it.
then, even if they don't know where he
If
is,
I'm not
it's
playing
not
Valo,
like
this is
the
what I'm
2v4
playing, and I'm
is
living my
going to
best
be
life,
reaching
bros.
for Revenant. They've
I'm
pulled
being
off some
very
really
honest.
good
I'm living
rounds
my
before, but this
best
is a tall
fucking life.
task.
The round loss is inevitable. And that's why Josh is, he hasn't really found a upgrade for himself.
Timing.
He's still got a sheriff in the hand.
I mean, there's no way they're winning this. Josh should just pick up a gun and run, but yeah, there's a gun there. Take it and just leave. Nikal.
And now, yeah, Revenant,
Josh, bhaiya, Nikal.
it's completely okay. For
Jovin,
Reckoning
VLR?
Esports,
Yeah,
they
VLR is the
found
best
a way
place to
to
check
make
this
it.
stuff
They
out.
need to start
Josh, bhaiya, Nikal. Gun safe kar lo.
Can't let these side controls be taken away just like that. If you've noticed,
Gun safe kar
Reckoning
lo.
Esports, they're not struggling at
Good
all to get the
round.
side controls in the hand.
I think they have a
What
buy
they're
now.
struggling with
Do they have a buy?
sometimes is to sustain
They
those.
do. Yeah, it's their buy.
You're right. Just to
Partha's
do with the
already
Revenant
impressed me. He's a
Esports are
cutie.
calling the tactical timeout already.
Oh, okay.
So far, Revenant Esports, while they are playing pretty proactively towards the start of the round, they almost always give up the area as soon as even a single cascade is thrown in from Reckoning Esports. So that's one thing that Revenant are doing well, but I would like it if they can maintain control over certain areas for a longer amount of time. Of course, that comes with a risk. If you overstay your welcome, you are at a chance of being run over and offered very unfair fights, because Reckoning will almost always play as a well-stacked unit. You will always be facing a 1v3 or a 1v4. If you have backup, even then, it's still going to be like a 2v4 or something along those lines. So Revenant will almost never have the trade advantage unless they start playing from sites and preemptively stacking the sites by reading Reckoning somehow. Which again, if you try to do by playing proactively, is possible, but that's the problem. If you invest too much utility very early on just to take that map control away from Reckoning, and if you use too much of it, you won't have anything left when Reckoning actually start their execute. So it
Default.
also comes down to
I
timing as
know
well.
it's
to some
pretty. Don't
extent.
worry.
So Revenant have to maintain that balance somehow.
Paradox has got a showstopper. They can try to do something here. Right to Ace, he's only 2 orbs away from his ult. Rolling Thunder. This round, they can try to go for some hefty investments just to get it in the hand and also put a little full stop on the
I feel
momentum
like
that Reckoning has gone so far.
I feel like Reckoning is taking space really well.
Once again, they get the site control. Deadly 10, this match just does not stop moving. Eventually also gets the opening for his team. As I said, Reckoning
Maybe we're at the point where RNT needs to play hard retakes rather than like, oh shit, I accidentally launched Battle.net. I think maybe we're at a point where Reckoning needs to play, I mean, RNT needs to play hard retakes. That's my personal opinion. What do you guys think? Also, hi chat, anyone that's new here. My name is Sneaky. I don't usually do watch parties. I'm really glad I am doing them. Yeah. Where my drinky poo?
Of anything, a smoke or wall with a vandal is just so risky.
Reckoning Esports getting those frags, and without being traded, you can almost call them a freebie. But all the remaining members of Remnant Esports are now positioned towards Rubble and A main. They're ready to fight this one out. Flabin really wanted to trade Blackhawk, but he's afraid of getting double peaked. Rightfully so.
Okay, see, they've taken, like, RNT have taken good space here. But they're not like, yeah, good kill from Ace.
We'll finally be able to stop
Hi
it,
Ace, good kill.
it's not gonna matter, Reckoning.
But yeah, like, they're like, what are they watching?
Banks just stacking up, the cash is overflowing. So yeah, even if
It's
Flabin opening over there, they're completely fine with that. Now Voya's got his hands on the lockdown. They're probably gonna utilize this lockdown to get a site control in the hand, so there should be another free site take for them.
No, you haven't disappointed me.
They're holding on to this showstopper. I'm assuming it's to counter the lockdown that comes out from Voya. This poison orb setup that is being deployed by Christ every now and then allows the Reckoning members to cross over towards Rubble on paper. But Revenant are also equally quickly taking control of a Rubble just to deny it to Reckoning Esports. That's why Reckoning almost always start off their rounds towards the B and C side respectively. If they are to go A, they have to
Yeah,
go
this
late,
smoke.
or they have to do it at the cost of a lot of utility.
Jesus Cristo.
Wow.
And like I said, they do go away, but it's a bit
Oh.
late. And this is after committing a fake lockdown towards the C site. But the Trailblazer being used by
boy.
Josh
Oh.
might just give them a little clue.
Oh, yo, he has the read.
Blackhawk.
Blackhawk has the read.
Fade away. Still positions.
Well played by Blackhawk, dude.
Those headshots are really stinging deep. But at least Reckoning Esports is able to get the site control in the hand so far. They've got the area control, not exactly on the site just yet. Paradox utilizes a showstopper, gets rewarded with one, but that's all he's going to get. Kills are happening back and forth, but in the end, the round's going to be secured by Revenant Esports. Just scrappy round.
Yeah, but this was quite proactive by nature for Revenant Esports. As soon as Blackhawk heard those people come up, he decided it was trying to strike. Instead of actually falling back conveniently, he stayed around in positions where he can pick up some kills. And this is some really good peaks. Plus, there was a massive play by Josh as well over there. The Trailblazer that he used towards C Mound made sure that Reckoning's lockdown was fake. That's what confirmed it to Revenant Esports, and that's exactly why they were able to rotate all their players towards A in the nick of time before Reckoning could get inside.
Once again, a slow start. They're having players situated on every single part of the map. Reckoning just making sure that the opponents are not going to overstep their boundaries as Deadly 10 once again decides to move in deep. A good flash. And right to Ace will be rewarded with that kill. Stops the entire aggression from Deadly 10. Voya on the C side trying to cause a little bit of more distraction. Even Paradox in the up close quarters of the A long. Still Reckoning Esports don't exactly know what to do. Now finally there's
Honestly, I'll just say this about RNT. RNT is like the perfect team that has shown you that imports and Indian players can play at the exact same skill level.
Still, the alarm bot's going to be a little bit of
Like-
situation, and yes, it was.
RNT is like the one team in this league where you can say that, yeah, their imports, Josh and Ching are great. They're amazing players. But so are Para, Blackhawk, and Ace.
Speak about
That
gameplay.
is the best part of RNT.
Josh is here to flip the tides. Unfortunately, Blackhawk can't do the same. Josh catches the timing once again. So good on these lurk timings. I can't even call this a lurk, by the way. This was just him being a really good player. Oh, and he just continues to strike. He continues to impress. Revenant are making this one work. Reckoning knew exactly where Josh was, but they still can't do anything about him. Despite having the information, they leave him, and he goes rampant. It's all up to Flabin now. Most likely gonna get double peaked, and he gets swung into oblivion. Josh with a quad kill.
Revenant finally seems like they're able to get this entire momentum flow stopped, at least for now. But still, the main objective for them is to not trip over their own shoelaces. if they make any sort of mistakes once again, and if Reckoning Esports is able to find that little flow that they're looking for, they'll probably try to flow in. And this is why the tactical timeout's being called too. Reckoning Esports, the switch up is needed. In the initial phase sometimes, once again, the first contact, sometimes if it works out, that's a good thing for Reckoning Esports. But that mid-round indecisiveness is starting to kick in.
Yeah, that indecisiveness is something that is actually good for Revenant. You know, the more indecisive Reckoning are, the better it is.
Hey,
for
Tharito,
Revenant
what's
Esports.
up?
But I wouldn't exactly call this indecisiveness over here. I mean, Reckoning, they had a plan. Yes, they adapted. It wasn't a great adaptation. We've seen better stuff from them in the past. But as soon as they realize that there's a lot of people present towards the B side, they kick the door down and they try to make a play towards A. Of course, Reckoning will reach A much faster than Revenant Esports on paper. That is, if Revenant take their normal rotation paths via defender spawn. Who would have expected that Josh would literally follow them, chase them like it's hot pursuit, and kill 3 people in the back? Like, that's not something you expect. And the first kill that he was able to get was quite fine. The second one, playing on the timing based off the cove. He swings out of the cove, catches one fall back, and even then, Reckoning are in such a hurry to get to the A side, they just simply don't cover their back lines, and he's able to shoot everyone.
What?
That is nutty. I mean, Triss probably shouldn't have been even visible, but he jumps back to dodge the fault line, and Paradox procs him off mid-air. If he probably just walked back, he would have been fine. But I can't even call that a mistake. Nobody would expect to get shot down this fast.
Yeah, that was just some inhuman stuff. That's all I can say. But one thing that we know for sure is that this is given a huge advantage. to
See, that's
Revenant,
the thing,
especially
right?
as
Like, I
the
set that up
advantage
as a
is being
joke,
stolen
but
away by
like,
Deadly 10.
dudes,
The ultimate was used Rolling Thunder, but that's not going to be enough to stop the mayhem that Deadly 10 is currently causing on the site. He gets another one. A 3-on-4 scenario. Revenant Esports, they had the man advantage at the start, but out of nowhere, now it's faded away. And Reckoning Esports, they've also been rewarded with the site control, but they still haven't got the plant just yet. Flavin is slowly and steadily making his way on the site. He will get the flank. He will get the plant down, but there's also a flank in the name of Blackhawk, a man to be feared. As Revenant Esports, we know, right to Ace is just waiting for this flank to be activated, and as soon as Blackhawk finds the opening, right to Ace will probably try to strike in from the front, but he's way too worried, way too
oh
paranoid
jeez,
about the flank, and
Deadly is
once
just
again,
deadly, bros.
man unstoppable.
5-7 maybe? No, they don't have a buy. They'll have 2 buys, maybe 3. I think 3 rifles. Yeah, 3 rifles. And Ace will do full utils plus maybe a sheriff. Ace will do utils plus a sheriff. Yeah, there you go. Utils plus a sheriff.
His presence in this round was not really noted. Even later on when he
Ooh,
inside,
4-8. It's gonna be painful.
and that was the undoing of Revenant Esports.
See, it doesn't matter who
However,
wins.
Revenant did some
This is
really
just
good
for
stuff to
seeding.
keep
Hey,
Reckoning
Krishnal, what's up?
delayed over
It
there.
doesn't matter
Stop
who
them from
wins.
planting. But Reckoning just take a pause, they take a chill pill, and they're back in the action.
Oh
my God.
These shots, these individual performances that both these teams are showing from their side, it's hard to believe in. And Revenant Esports, once again, they're having the upper hand. But Paradox getting dinked up like that, not a good news for them. Both of the players on the C site, or at least towards the C site, they're quite low. So they should not take any sort of extra bit of risk here. Try to play in the back lines a little bit. Safe and sound has to be the way to go. And every single player now is just stacking outside the A. But they've still got one man on the lurk. It's in the name of Trist.
They flip the switch. That's a good position to send the Trailblazer in from. And Trist also finds a kill on the lurk while coming in from B site. So that is less
Okay.
advantage for Revenant Esports. But Revenant still have the
How many
numbers.
entries? I'll check
So
when
as
I'm
long as they
in
can just hold on to the A side, they should
at
be
my
fine.
PC.
Oh, never mind. To cut off the lines of sight, the Viper Spit is deployed. Now, planting should not be a problem for Reckoning. Unless Revenant try to make dive in plays like these. Blackhawk barges inside, hoping to get something done, but Chin finds
5-7,
through the
nice.
smoke. He didn't even have line of sight.
Ooh,
Yes, Harsh gets the
ooh,
revenge frag,
ooh.
but what good is it? Now he's trapped in here. Very little time left, and both the Revenant players just ready to swing on him.
This place in a way too much of an uncomfortable situation, and in the end, got dealt with. And now we're finally going to move on forward to the second half. First half was quite interesting, quite a close one, a neck-and-neck fight indeed. Revenant Esports at the start weren't quite able to get the grip on what exactly was going on, but later on inside the game, they started to get the grip solidified on the necks of Reckoning Esports. So
Oh yeah,
75 is
chances?
gonna be the scoreline for the first
I
half.
don't know.
I don't exactly know what's going to be the
I
outcome
don't
of the
know.
second half, but gotta say one thing.
I don't know.
Is Reckoning Esports are playing
Do
so
you want a
disciplined.
chance?
Yeah, Reckoning
Is
Esports
that what you
playing
want?
in a really nice fashion. We will discuss more about that on the other side of this break.
Bro,
You want a chance? Okay,
fridge
your
heat के
chances
लिए,
are
heat के लिए नहीं.
dependent on the number of
Graphics card will make
entries.
my frames drop. Come with me.
I
for a
would
ride.
be down to give you a chance, but your chances
The
are
all-new OMEN 16 with
based
advanced
on
and best cooling technology, now with 5 heat pipes and 4 thermal outlets. The OMEN 16 with 12th Gen Intel Core i7 processor to make you forget your frame drops.
Now that's cool.
Game on with Tempest cooling.
Hey. Yeah, I did.
Presenting Hyundai i20 N-Line. It's time to play.
Yeah, hey Chinu, what's up? Give me one sec.
Or should I say, the Gen next. And I don't let fear hold me back from doing anything. I choose to move fearlessly to it all.
Hey buddy, we need you to trim your beard for this next scene.
What? Okay, fine, I'll admit it. I move fearlessly in most things, but I draw the line here. What if I Nico cut myself?
Try this.
Phillips.
After that first half, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to deep
I'm
dive
back.
in the second half. For Revenant Esports will be pushed on the attack. And Crips, we've talked about this numerous amount of times, how this map favors the attacking side a lot, but we've also seen a lot of those times in the past too, where the defending team has done quite a phenomenal job stopping the attackers.
Yep, we've seen some insane comebacks. I mean, just the previous game of Lotus that we witnessed was an absolute brawl. So I have some really high hopes from the second half of this map as well. Revenant Esports now on the attacking side, and now on the preferred side actually, because their brute force executes will now be in full effect.
Right there.
This is a very aggro team, you know, even their composition is built a lot around fighting. So they're gonna send in all this utility. The fault line goes through, so do the Trailblazers and the flashes, and it bites
Apparently,
deadly as soon as
no.
that knocks down the beacon.
That Chandbar Dark line, I saw that used somewhere today.
Both exploit. Voya jumps right through, only to get shot down by Josh, and now he's trapped. He's being played around. The Harbor is playing with his food, and Flab and Harsh both strike them down in tandem. Reckoning Esports are stoic in this hold.
Those taps from Joss were just so clean and calm. But yeah, in the end, wasn't able to get the job done, and Reckoning Esports once again able to start things off on a great note. The second half already seems like it's favoring Reckoning
No.
Esports. And now the upcoming anti-eco should probably
Bro,
be one
I'm
of the
trying to
teams
grow
that
my
should
hair
be
again, okay? I used to have like butt length hair. I made the mistake of cutting it, and now it's just like, now it's like this long. It used to be, my hair used to like this is my arm. My hair used to reach here. Now my hair reaches like here, okay? My hair used to reach here.
Just showing that fake presence, getting
I'm
the orb in the hand.
grow my hair again.
Falling back.
Oh.
Revenant Esports don't exactly know what to do, but we are seeing that rotation being pulled away too from Reckoning. much can be said just yet. And now we're finally seeing a heavy stack outside. Eight. As the first kill was found, Deadly 10 just way too low. Would not want to take that extra bit of risk. We'll probably try to play it safe in the back.
He was brave enough to re-peek it once more.
And
he realized.
Deadly 10, so
Right there.
that's something good for Reckoning. At least the player's now healthy. And once again, they reroute their way towards the C site as Revenant Esports looking to knock on the doors of Reckoning. There's 2 players available and waiting for them to just stroll on the site. There will be a snakebite instantly as soon as the first contact's found. And yeah, way too many utilities that's resisting the site control. And Ching is way too low now. It's a 3-on-5 scenario, not even having the guns advantage. Next to impossible to get the round.
Yeah, there's no way to brute force through this one. There's just way too much
the hair thing.
underneath your feet.
No, I'm not cutting my hair.
Especially when Triss is hitting shots like that. This was pretty much a microwave setup, you know? You get vulnerable with the poison cloud from Trist, and then the nanoswarms from Hoya burn you alive before you even know it. The floor is lava setup active on C from the side of Reckoning Esports, and Revenant will have to find some way around it. So far, their scouting attempts have net them quite some results. But even though their scouting attempts are
not
quite
yet.
successful, Reckoning are just so much faster on the rotates. They're able to figure out every time where Revenant are about to hit. And this time they dodge pretty much all the utility courtesy of the Cloudburst. Paradox ready and waiting, but Deadly, even with the short he pulled out, can't do anything. Flabin's blind as a bat, and now he doesn't even have his life.
That aggression doesn't work for them. Instead, it works against them. And Paradox single-handedly has managed to mow down anyone that stands against him. Revenant Esports, this buy round, they've instantly just bring back to life. As Paradox, Nate tossed up. But Trist will find the kill on him.
Oh, I'm like, chat fam, you guys are degenerates, just like me. And I'm your queen.
Full stop onto that. 18 HP left, not a lot to back him up with that one.
Yeah,
Yalla, my badmash
coming
bachche.
alive right
Got
now.
it?
Maybe Revenant will have a say in this half yet. This guy can be absolutely insane if you let him loose. He's a beast who must be kept shackled. For if those shackles are broken, they will turn into structures which Revenant will build upon.
6-9's the scoreline, though.
It
Still
is.
not that far away. Grabbable.
Yeah, but I mean, Reckoning only used Reckoning partially used this one because they didn't have the weapons to fight them. I mean, you saw that the utility dump from Revenant was indeed quite devastating. But with only shorties and marshals, you can't hope to stop the brute force assault of Revenant Esports. They're known as one of the most aggressive teams in this tournament for a reason, and the only way to actually counter them is to take space where they're not present, and that's exactly why Deadly 10's pushing out of C. He's got the AWP posted in a very aggro angle, so I don't think anyone from Revenant will even expect this. But Revenant are taking their sweet time. They're playing just ahead of Reckoning's Viper screen. Just on the edge of it. They're present towards a main as well as B, and it's not like they want to keep their position a secret. They're making a lot of noise towards this B site.
Yeah, and the composition that Revenant's got too. It's heavily
Daddy then,
supports. Quick bursts on the site.
I can be
Trailblazer
daddy
was
and mommy,
initiated.
really.
He did get the information on one player, but now finally going to utilize the Seekers too to get the confirmation on where exactly the players are mentioned, or where exactly the players are. Revenant Esports, B-side control taken away in the hands. Blackhawk still on the lurk. He's just waiting for anyone to step out. Trailblazer's not going to be able to spot Blackhawk right there. So Elise gets unchecked, but the teleport's going to be heard. But Blackhawk still somehow wins that duel. And Josh is from the back will also try and assist him a little bit. Hirsch taken down. It's a 3-on-4 scenario. The retake seems next to impossible. But if Deadly 10's able to connect shots like that, then it indeed is possible. Now it's taken down to a 3-on-3. Revenant Esports playing this one so safe and sound, not taking any sort of extra risk. But the flashes are exactly on the point. Tristan's way too low. But Paradox is going to use the showstopper right to his face.
Everybody in the round dead. It doesn't happen often, you know, where all 10 players die. So this is one of those really entertaining rounds where both the teams threw in everything they got. Reckoning always had a lot of C-mount control, and the flank from Deadly 10 coming in was actually very impactful. But to counter that lurk, Blackhawk had a lurk of his own, and he survived way longer than he should have. He was detected by the Trailblazer and still managed to somehow teleport across the other side and kill the harbor. That harbor could have been a game changer. Imagine him sticking the defuse on the spike with the Cove. That would have been absolutely disastrous. But this time Revenant want to fight fire with fire. They push through the water, and that's what happens when you challenge Flabben's walls. He will mow you down and make it look super
And I give
easy.
you
10
paratha.
seconds into the round, and
I would
more
call
than
you my
Revenant's,
paratha,
more
but
than half of Revenant's forces
I'd
have
call
been
you
cut
my
in half.
paratha straight up.
I like
A
the
7-9, it's still
Reckoning Esports
doable.
is playing fire to fire here. All the time they're trying to push something. You see them being
If they
aggressive
don't,
on
if they
some part of
don't
the
like,
maps all the
if
time.
they don't
You
get
know,
better with the
Revenant's composition is
defense,
quite
though.
aggressive. If you give them
If they
that
don't get
control,
better
they
with the
will
defense,
fight for
Flabben's
that.
gonna get his ult and they are
This is what Reckoning
screwed.
Esports is trying to deny Ching. Goes for first contact, finds
Nick,
the opening, the second player,
I call you
Blackhawk played it
sweetie
up,
already.
and now it's a 1-on-3. Revenant Esports
I call you
definitely
sweetie.
a lot of pressure, a lot of
I
burden on
give
his
you
back.
names with so much
But
love.
Blackhawk
Oh
just waiting for him
no.
to himself to utilize the TP, and now he fell on the A side, completely on the opposite side.
Upar jao,
But
upar
Reckoning
jao,
Esports
upar
is
jao,
right back.
upar jao.
They're quite close to
Please,
the side as well.
please,
And Blackhawk
please,
doesn't know how to
please use the
control
spot.
supply, but
Please use
he's
the
enough
spot.
on the site, but he's got the paranoia up.
Oh!
Used it the right time.
Woo! Okay.
Gets two, falls back.
Holy
And now
fuck,
position
dude!
Still compromised because the Seekers finally deciding to use the paranoia. It might just be the perfect timing that he's looking for. The player was blinded in the front, but Hirsch, he did not expect to face himself in such a weird spot. Blackhawk playing with so many.
Whoa! Holy shit!
Finally, Hirsch is going to be a little impatient.
Now that's exactly why I call him one of the deadliest players in India.
God damn. God
He hides in the
damn!
shadows, lurks in the night.
I
and
may be
in the
Batman, but you're
night
still
turns
robbing
into
my
a
heart.
manifestation
What
of
the hell,
everything
dude?
you fear. A 1v3 pulled off. I mean, this frag onto Trist, I do not even know how that happened, man.
Unlucky.
He was only supposed to kill the Killjoy, but somehow Trist just walked into his crosshair, gifted him that frag on a silver platter. And man, this guy, he turns it into gold.
Trist was trying to just get the refract, but unfortunately, man, he walks in that.
Is
fire.
it normal to Snapchat her pictures of your peacock?
Indeed, and
Because
Reckoning
that's what
Esports
my
now, they're
friend
really
does
gonna start to
every
kick
day.
themselves after that situation. It was a 1-on-3. No way they could have lost that. And then Blackhawk just comes out with a miraculous clutch, and in the end, he plays that brilliantly too. Luckily for him, he had a decent amount of utilities available, and that's what he utilized to play.
You know, the
perfectly.
funny
He
thing
survived
is
a
in-
little bit more
oh yeah,
time
I got
off
a
the
new
paranoia
ring.
to get the man off the spike.
I
Nicely done.
replaced my cat ring with this ring.
I can't believe what I just saw. I mean, this match has had
Why was
so
my cat
many
ring
clutches
with
from
this
either
ring?
side, but Blackhawk still takes the cake. I think this was
Yeah,
still
I
one of
think
the
my
most
paratha.
impressive clutches that we've seen, not just in this entire series, but in the entire split, perhaps. Just yesterday, we witnessed so many clutches, right? So this one really is up there. But Reckoning have something to prove. They've got 4 ultimates, and maybe they can exact revenge for what Blackhawk did by firing every single one of those. Like always, they take control of C-Mount, but instead of just having Flab and push
It's
out,
my
this time
birthday,
there's 3 of
29
them on
July.
their way
What are you
in.
gonna do for my birthday?
In response, Reckoning have also smoked
What
off
are you
3
gonna do
side
for my
use Viper's
birthday?
Pit
Huh?
over there, so Revenant are kind of
Huh? What are we
boxed in,
doing
but
for
the
my
only option
birthday?
they really
Also,
have
guys,
is
like the
Canopy.
stream.
That's the only feasible one.
Yeah. And I'm still scared about that judge, but look at the amount of map control even Reckoning Esports have gotten. But it's not going to matter because Revenant's able to get the similar amount of map control in their hands themselves. Flabbing on either side of the wall, still just waiting to pop in. Hawk's not going to be exactly on the point, but at least it'll give the position away.
Do they? They know that Flabben's there, right? Like, oh yeah, there we go.
Still going for the plant, but Paradox is there on the top, providing the cover. Nicely done. Reckoning Esports once again getting caught off guard. But they're still trying their best to fight back, trying to pull this round off the graves. As even Deadly 10's able to find some magical connections. Lockdown's going to force him off the site. But the
I'm
spike
just
is planted,
surprised.
And soon enough, they'll probably try to get the defuse done too. This judge in the close quarters is going to be so deadly. And Trist stands right on the other side of the wall.
Ooh, that's good.
On the point, and Blackhawk was able to get the kill, but this man single-handedly is is able to cause so much chaos, but it's not gonna matter.
Ooh, come on.
What a
That's
well-played round by Reckoning Esports.
it's my
But
birthday. I wanna
they
go
had
watch
to
Barbie and
invest
Oppenheimer
almost
on my
everything
birthday.
for this one.
I wanna
I
watch
still
Barbie and then
really
Oppenheimer
enjoy
on my
watching
birthday.
Paradox play. The move
I
he made
know
over
it's like
there is absolutely
everyone's
nuts.
making memes about
The Viper
it.
Spit is placed to deny entry into the A site, so Paradox says, who wants to go into the site? I'm gonna bypass this.
Hi,
pit and go
Hardik,
straight
what's
towards
up?
the stairs. Circle around the
I,
other
I know
side,
everyone's making
and
memes
then
about it,
use
but
the
like my
beam
birthday is
from upper.
actually around the time when Barbie and
Now
Oppenheimer are
crunch
coming
onto
out.
the B side.
And
Because of
like,
the lockdown that Reckoning had, I think Revenant
do
would be able to
not
win
get
this one.
mad when I say this.
They
Do
might
not
still
get
do
mad
it,
when I say this.
given the
Please,
way how
chat, do
deadly Pen
not
is
get
playing.
mad when
So
I
far,
say
he was
this.
pushing out a
I
save
know
every
I'm about to
single
piss
round,
you
but this
guys
time he
off.
captured Revenant
I do
surprised
not
by
care.
showcasing his presence on A.
I do not care.
That's at
Okay?
Every single present.
Hi.
Every
I'm
single
just
present
establishing that I
means
don't
it's
care
gonna
that you
find
guys are
mission
going to get
technically
pissed off
on.
about this.
And now he's posted up in the back.
29 July is my
Any
birthday,
sort of
boys and
moves.
girls.
But Revenant too, they're quite a cheeky one.
I don't
Unfortunately for Revenant, they
really
haven't really
love
had the superior
Peaky
weaponry.
Blinders the way everyone is like,
Or
oh my god,
something, but the
Peaky
shots
Blinders,
in
it's a
hand
good show. I'm not a
are
huge fan,
perfect.
like
They're
a
only
fan.
too late, and that's gonna cost the players
But
all down
I'm
the
a
last
huge
half.
fan of
Previous
Cillian
round, he was
Murphy.
able to do something, but this time he
I'm
won't be given
actually a huge
chance.
fan of Cillian Murphy.
Absolutely not. Reckoning Esports keep it
And
really,
I'm super
really clean.
excited to watch him in Oppenheimer.
But I'm starting to worry now, Necro. Revenant Esports have found they're rolling
I don't know.
and the
I'll
rest of them are
end
also
up
just
saying
1 point
something
away
that
from
will
their
piss
ultimates
people off.
respectively. This could get really dangerous.
Cillian
really
Murphy
fast.
is a great actor. I'm not a fan of Peaky Blinders ka full pretense by the end of it. Like, bhai, thoda sa.
Reckoning Esports' coach knows now this is where the buy round will be. The Revenant will
Peaky
find
Blinders is a
the
bit
first
male
goal.
fantasy, Ray. Like,
And
it's
this is
just
the
too
time that
dramatic
needs
at
to be called
times.
from the side of
Says
Revenant.
the woman that watches shows about
First
space
map
all the
Sneaky
time,
Mari,
okay?
second
Like,
map is buying.
I'm saying that, oh yeah, dude, it's too
Some interest here on
manly.
too.
But then I'm the same person who's constantly watching different shows about blowing up planets in
Reckoning have something
space.
prepared
So
indeed.
it's fine.
I actually like the way they're countering Revenant so far. I understand that this is their map pick and all.
This
but
is just me
given how
having.
aggressively
He is a
Revenant
good
play,
actor.
it's
He's a
gonna
good
be
actor.
quite
I just
difficult
don't
to
enjoy
hold them
Peaky
back.
Blinders
Even
as
though
much.
you've got like a double controller setup
Like,
which is built to kill
The
time,
only
built
the
to
only
keep people
fun
away
thing
and to
about
stall
Peaky
as much as
Blinders is
possible.
the amount of
Revenant
Jai
Esports
Sri Ram
are
memes on
showing
Reddit, but that's
signs
it.
of ignoring all of that and diving straight inside. And why
Don't
would
even
they?
ask,
They have
bro.
already burst
Don't
into
even
the
ask.
setup, right?
I
So
spend too much time on
pace
Reddit.
picking up is not really a problem for Revenant.
Yeah, exactly right. He has cigarette
Getting them
movie.
to slow Revenant, for Reckoning, getting them to slow Revenant down, it's quite difficult.
Can you
and
imagine Peaky
maybe
Blinders but
Revenant will have a
replace the
say in
cigarettes
this
with
round.
vapes?
You hear the footsteps already.
Ew.
Dash not primed yet, but
Oh hell.
being placed in a very precarious off angle like that can definitely deter them.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, Reckoning aren't actually playing very aggro elsewhere.
So
Only
stupid.
showcasing this presence towards B. They're rather passive this time around. And why would they be aggro? When they can probably tell that Revenant are going to knock on the doors over here. They just keep deadly positioned. And that
Yeah,
should be
watch
enough.
stream. You can watch my stream on your
The
phone.
time Deadly's just able to get away with
I
those
actually watch most
initial
streams on
picks,
phone.
And now that's gonna start to annoy Revenant Esports so much. Because losing out on a man right off the bat like that is definitely not a good news, and especially your killjoy, which can help you out so much. In those post-plant scenarios, that can just be a little bit of salt rubbed on the wounds. But look at this aggressive push even from Reckoning Esports. Deadly tried to stuff the shorty in his face, but unfortunately wasn't able to get the kill secured. But at least Josh is taken down way too low. Blackhawk going for the plant. Hirsch still just gonna burst outside, and he's gonna try to get the kill. And yes, he does. Perfect timing found for him. And Hirsch now has also got the site control established. Rolling Thunder utilized as well, and right to Ace will now start to push behalf of that. Still flabbing. Playing this one quite safe and sound. Now will start to make his way towards the side. He knows that the time
Can you imagine Peaky Blinders, but all the cigarettes are replaced with vapes?
Close. I can't even fathom how both these teams are going toe to toe like that. I mean, at one point,
It's on its
Revenant
way.
were significantly weaker. Reckoning had such a big advantage in terms of numbers, but still Revenant brute forced their way
You-
through into the C
No,
side.
you can just
The shorty
access it
plays the cheeky
on
op
your
shots,
phone,
none
right?
of them work.
Yes,
Then
because you.
Reckoning do one even better. They use the timing. They beat
It
them
says
to the
it's
punch
here.
the Rolling Thunder is used,
Show me, I can't see.
and the clutch coming in from
One sec,
Flabbin,
actually, wait. What the
as
hell?
well as Warrior's
Is
presence
he
over there.
downstairs?
It is all fitting in so well.
It says
It's like the
active order.
jigsaw
Hold on.
piece of puzzles just land into their laps without even
17
trying.
minutes, see?
The hell? Okay.
Come here, close, I can't see. What does it say?
Hirsch has to be the MVP of that previous retake.
Take it away.
I mean, you can also call it quite lucky considering you just walked out of that smoke and there was no one holding it.
That's also true.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, I
the
just
stars
wanted
are
to
aligned
see.
for
Oi.
Reckoning Esports inside
Oi,
this
the
map.
reason I called was I
Also
wanted
map
to see if,
points. One more round
See
needed
what?
to secure it in the hands. Lockdown's definitely going to force him back. They should give the site control away. Flavin's detained, but it's not
That
gonna
is-
be a problem. And it's
Nyeh.
concern. For now, as Reckoning Esports, they've given the site control.
Wait, this
away.
one's gone.
Plank goes down as well, but
They haven't managed to get a
on
kill to
fire
swap a
against
gun.
the players of Revenant Esports.
Never mind. Never. Like, you have got. I have got to learn.
And now it's a 2-on-2 scenario, but Trist, this man is just causing so many problems for his enemies. As Revenant Esports, the last
I just have to remember this. You cannot doubt RNT's ability to clutch around. You can't do that.
He knew that Reckoning
Round
was
after
trying to
round,
punch
dude.
from every single side. And yeah, Reckoning were present on a lot of avenues over here. B upper as well as the B link that connects to C waterfall, as well as the door over there. Every single place had Reckoning just written all over it. And Revenant, what is their solution to these problems? Just fight it out. Just battle them, brawl them. Make it bloody, make it dirty. A double kill from Josh with the Guardian, combined with all the firepower that Blackhawk brings to the table. That man's 19 HP. Does he hesitate to double peek? No, he doesn't. He's still a Giga Chat. He acts like one, despite his health. And now Paradox is the one who will dive inside. He could actually kill Trist, and that.
Yeah, I am 5'2".
How do you deal
I
with
am a
this?
midget.
You blow it apart. Explosives. Always a viable solution to any problem. He continues onwards.
Who
It's not
planted?
like the showstopper's
Who
enough.
planted?
He wants more.
Josh should have
He's gonna
planted
back
this if
with
Josh
pain
didn't
chills as
plant.
well. And he's gonna push his own
I am
teammates.
small.
What is this? Like, why would Flabbin ever expect Paradox to push Blackhawk smoke? That is just nonsensical in his books, but it works so well for Revenant. And these kind of plays, ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what's gonna be the undoing of Reckoning Esports. Revenant with the hyper aggression, boundless attitude, infinite rat, and their just sheer ability to click mouse one on their enemies' heads is unparalleled. I mean, some of these plays, if I hide the labels of these teams,
Am I
and if I
Cypher?
show it
Why?
to
What did I do?
just a person who's never seen a professional game of South Asian Valorant before, they will be surprised to see how some of these tactics work out. Paradox going in with the showstopper without having any information on where players are on the C site and still is able to kill Trist, deny the Viper's Spit. That's miracle number one. Then Paradox pushes out of his own teammate Smoke.
Nick,
That's
what the
miracle number
hell?
two. Still finding the kill onto Flabbin.
Today
I
on
mean, some of
pickup
these plays
lines
are
that
just
should never have been
absolutely
used.
berserk. Yeah.
Today
work.
on pickup
That's
lines that
exactly
should
why Revenant is the most
never
aggressive
have
team
been
here.
spoken.
And they are very stylish when they do so. But then he has some aggression of his own. Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, that was
Ooh.
not just cool. That was just something insane. I don't even know how to describe that. Yeah, deadly 10 considering he was able to get away with those kills.
Oh, they're
It's
going
just-
B? Oh no, do not enter B.
Should not have been possible at all. At least when he got that first kill, the second should have been possible, but he was still able to connect that shot somehow in deadly 10. He brings his team back to life. As all he needs is one more round, but look at Paradox still just showing those patience, giving his presence away towards the seaside, just trying to play with the enemy minds over here for Reckoning Esports. Flabbin, he doesn't really have the superior weapon. He's only got a sheriff in the hand, and now finally he will utilize the Reckoning as well. A time which he was needed the most, but Paradox once again is able to get those.
Oh,
teammates
no.
up into the half, and now you've got Trister trying to pull something off with his teammates. It's a 2-on-2
Oh
scenario.
no.
Warrior wrapping up.
Oh,
for the
no.
back found, and Ching gets shut down. Last man alive from Revenant Esports. Every single thing is now in the hands of Right 2 Ace. to keep his team streams alive inside the first map over here.
Unlucko.
Will get nothing in his hands.
Unlucko.
Reckoning Esports survive the chaos. They win map number 1. Great performance from them. Despite all that they had to face, despite the difficulties, they are able to come out on top.
You were
The
toxic
structure works.
energy.
And no matter what Revenant Esports try, Reckoning will still reign supreme. This really proves why they are one of the best teams on Lotus. But don't point the gun at your teammates, bro. Just
Oh no, friendly fire.
friendly fire.
Yo, that's
Thank
a
God that doesn't
good.
exist in this game.
I know, right? Imagine if friendly fire actually existed in Valorant. That would be nice.
That's a good
Hey,
print.
jokes apart.
Holy shit.
I guess. I mean,
That pickup line was. I don't know what it was. I genuinely do not know what it was.
to make sure
Like
that I'm
it's
not
got me in a state where I'm like,
for sure, man.
was it good?
They showed some great Valorant, but even Revenant Esports, they showed some times where they're able to get the grip on exactly what the enemies were trying to pull off. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot to talk about, and we will talk about it after this short break.
Am I Reina? Why? Okay. Alright. I am just waiting for my food, Ray. Like, not food, but I'm waiting for my Instamart order. Bro, यहाँ पे ना Instamart takes forever to deliver. I may have accidentally triggered a boss fight on Breath of the Wild by just turning my Switch on, and I am so screwed. Not Breath of the Wild, sorry, Tears of the Kingdom. I turned my Switch on to show you guys something, and I triggered a boss fight, and I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed because this sand, the size of like, I don't know, a building, is walking his ass over to me. Oh, he's throwing a tree at me. He's throwing a tree at me. Lil bro is throwing a tree at me. This motherfucker. Hey Pratik, they updated the AI in this game to be intuitive. I'm out of arrows. They updated the AI in this game. Oh my god. Oh my god. I killed it. I killed the boss. Hi, chat. I also want dinner, Ray. What should I get for dinner? What should I get for dinner? And don't give me dumb ideas. Give me serious ideas only, please. Thank you. Yeah, after dinner, I'm waiting for my dinner, bros. I just want something to drink, honestly, guys. I am thirsty. Sneaky mommy is thirsty. Us. I'm just waiting for my food. And like, I am just going to be honest, guys. This game has become my addiction. I am beyond addicted to this game. I can't stop thinking about it. I cannot stop thinking about Tears of the Kingdom, bro. It's such a good game. Yeah, bro, same. I used to have like a major Diet Coke addiction, but then like I stopped drinking Diet Coke. Also, I want to just go and get my phone charger because my phone is at 6%. My phone's at 6%. Also, I've run out of pants, so I don't have any more pants. My snacks! That's for movie later. What? We will need more snacks for the movie. Alright. Oh yeah. Wait. Wait. Thumbs up. Also, they don't do these cold, no? Can you give me ice? Alright, so do you think Reckoning or RNT are winning this chat? Because, like, the last game was really close, but it was what? Reckoning's map pick? It was Reckoning's map pick, right? Let me just check. Bind. Bind is the best map. But it's kind of sad no one's playing Omen on Bind anymore in like the pro scene. 2-1 RNT winning. Alright. Come here. Hey, is this glass broken? Huh? Hey, what happened here? It's not chipped, but it's bent.
Then you talk about Sky as well being a good option. KO is being utilized from Hirsch. See how this is going to be used because, of course, if you're able to find those perfect suppress and if you're able to find those good timings on those suppresses too, then it can reward you massively. But they've only got one duelist, which is in the name of Deadly 10, of course. This time Paradox is going to start the pedal to the metal as Blackhawk and Paradox are able to find with two of their own. Great way to start things off, and now it's a 3-on-4 scenario, but Deadly 10 brings his team back to life, and Voya try to pull something off, but gets denied once again. Revenant Esports, what was this round? Chaos all over the place. It was even hard to know what just happened.
Oh, guess what's about to
No,
happen? He might
it's
just
I
use
don't
the
know. It's
top
the new
two of
meta.
his
No,
opponent
no
against
sentinels
them.
on bind is the meta.
I mean, Paradox already has one foot in the grave, so this guy is almost dead. And only Paradox has been spotted. They don't know where Ching is. Twist misses the opportunity, but he will definitely not miss the shot. That's it. He's dealt with the problems first.
I got a whole
but now
lecture
he
on
needs to
it, but
find
like
where the other player is, and Ching reveals his position a bit too early. Twist has been given another chance. HP advantage in the hands of Ching, but Twist will try to bait him out. Using his own poison cloud against his opponent, he switches over to the other side, but the sound cue's been given away.
What the
Twist still gets it.
No, it's
The
gone
game
though. It's
sense
gone
on
though,
this
right?
man is
It's gone.
insane,
It's gone.
but
It's
does he have
gone.
enough time? Oh my god.
Nice.
Barely slips away. And Revenant Esports, that quick round from bathrooms, it somehow works out for them. It was so chaotic right off the bat initially. Look at this one. Flabbin was able to get one. He's trying to stop them in the tracks, but the Deadly 10 finds a quick lineup onto his opponents. And in the end, Trist was there to take every single player down. He was able to mop the floor, but wasn't able to secure the round just right then and there. So at least the first round's going to fall in the court of Revenant Esports.
Still, it was really, really close, right? Sheesh. Lucky to survive over there. And unfortunately, there is no healer in their team. No Sky available. So Harsh will have to continue playing over here. But then again, this was just an eco, right? So I guess he wasn't supposed to get all that much done in the first place.
Yeah.
At least with that push out, he figures out that Revenant Esports are already on B, so Reckoning can start rotating in as a unit.
I don't even know how is he alive there. We'll need to thank his stars. Josh on this jet. Holding the close quarters, holding the clotheslines with the Spectre. As you can see, with Reckoning Esports, every single player is now going to start falling in. The satchel's perfect. Paradox is always able to find the timing with his utilities. And once again, will seal the deal. Revenant Esports, another solid round on the board for them. But it was just the eco fracs, so we didn't really see a lot of struggle for them to get this round. But now the opponents are going to have the better weaponry in the hands. Light armors and vandals and phantoms on the board. Look at this, man. Paradox, especially that satchel play. The timing was just so perfect. Sound sense on the point.
Okay.
Once again, it seems like Revenant Esports will probably try.
Okay,
to get both the
let's
heats.
see how the
They'll
buy round
probably
goes.
try to take an aggressive
Let's see
approach
how the buy
against their
round goes.
opponents, 'cause they know
That's kind of
they've
what
got
I really
close
want to
range
see. I want to see
weaponry.
how the buy goes.
Spectres, Bulldogs, even shotguns in the hand. Paradox is already.
I want to
found
see
himself
what
so
goes on
deep
with Para in there,
towards
bro.
the lamps area, towards the U-Haul. And now the
L observing moment right there.
Just like that, you blink it and you miss it. The sight control's taken away. But Flappin is going to hand down a haircut to his opponent. Two found.
This is a good response from Reckoning. They knew they were going to lose control of the lamps area, so they take the bath area in response. This forces Revenant Esports to stop planting. And while they think they can surprise Reckoning by going towards the defender spawn, Harsh is prepared for this one. And so is Warrior. They both play in tandem. But the trades still somehow are favoring Revenant. They're at least able to kill Harsh. Blind as a bat, he will lose his life. But now the pathing for Revenant Esports is very, very clear. They have to head towards this B site where Trist
This is an
lies in wait.
actual
The MVP of map
confusion
1 now has to
moment.
prove exactly what he's made of. And he might just get them both off guard. The spray transfer is perfect.
Trist. Phantom also doing Phantom things right there. And Trist able to get just both of them down so easily. Mow him down, if you'd like to say. But now Paradox, he's got his hands on the showstopper, and that just increases my concern for Reckoning Esports even more. This man has been playing like a mad lad so far. And imagine him with a showstopper, with a huge bazooka on his back. It's going to be a man to be feared.
Feared, maybe even remembered. I'm assuming that Reckoning Esports are almost never going to contest the Lamps area. They just know that some of these places where Paradox can just satchel in, they're just not worth it. Deadly obviously can play just as aggressively in response, but I don't think he's that built like that. Never mind, he does the exact opposite thing of what I expected him to. But even though Paradox blows him apart, they've taken down the majority of Revenant's forces, cut them down in half, and Trist once again firing on all cylinders.
Ching. Last glimmer of hope. The last star in the sky for Revenant. And at least he's able to find some sort of an impact. Gets one. Just like a thief in the night, able to steal that away. But he doesn't know that the rest of the team is just waiting for the floodgates to be opened up. The reveal was thrown in, but no one spot. This should give a little bit more confidence to the players of Reckoning Esports, considering the site's not taken away. But Ching, what was that shot?
And he's
his opponent's gonna remember that shot for sure. But Reckoning Esports eventually they deal with the situation with a double peak. But those shots from Ching, oh my god, they were disgusting.
Definitely. I mean, in a situation like that,
No,
he
it's
had
not
to
gonna
go
be a
for the
one-sided
frags.
match.
The moment he taps that spike,
Reckoning.
everyone from Reckoning will just descend upon him. So he tries to thin the numbers first, which is a valid way to approach this game. Plus, he just deep commits into that angle, right?
Reckoning has
Sticks to the left side
really
off elbow.
become
And that way, there's no escape.
a good team.
He's fully in.
Smoke's down.
But I like how Reckoning Esports are taking control of
Reckoning
Bath every now and
survived
then.
the
They
group
lost
of
Bath
death, bro.
just once in pistol round against Revenant. And ever since then, they have doubled down on this area. They even have the toxin screen placed just to stop any Revenant pushes from that region. But the other toxin screen that's been placed down by Ching facilitates their entry in towards Lamps. So this will always be a mind game that Revenant keep on playing.
Reckoning Esports.
I'm just gonna say it like Reckoning,
this time.
Deadly 10 and
Little
Reckoning
pushback.
is essentially
Respecting
Deadly
your
10 and
opponents,
Reckoning
know
is
that the threat
basically
levels now rised up. Little team fight.
like shit.
It's terrifying. At least
The
the Flash
cold
is
has
gonna
gotten to my throat.
buy off
Deadly
another
10
more
and
time.
Reckoning is essentially
Esports being forced on an
Forsaken
eco.
and
They'll need to make sure that
PRX.
every single bullet hits their target. They'll need
It's,
to count the bullets.
It's the, you know, it's
He's
the
got his
whole
hands on the
Django
multi-man
kill
as well. If there is a quick burst on
or
the site, maybe he will decide to pop, but considering his opponent team is on an eco, I highly doubt he will.
Durka go kill, same thing.
Brave decision to stick in there. Oh, Josh. Nice attempt with the shotty, but Twist will cut him down. Paradox responds. Juicy shot, and just like that, the spike is down.
They got the plant. That's an absolute
Time.
W.
And now even you see the orbital strike used as well. Deadly 10, able to sweep one under the rug. Not able to get the second one though. Blackhawk is ready
Nice
with his
one.
own counter orbital strike. Utilize his stat, but unfortunately
He has a
now
gun,
they
right?
haven't really got a lot of firepower left over. Two last men alive.
Oh, that is
Until he lifts that shot, and
unlucky.
Reckoning Esports,
Even
they
a
clean up.
body would have gotten that.
Reckoning Esports were
Oh.
always meant to clean
Even
it
a
up, but
body
the fact
would
that
have
Revenant
gotten
can get
that,
plant
bro.
down, it's actually quite good for their economy. Although,
Even a body
I
would
kind
have
of feel
gotten that,
like
bro.
if they probably held on to the orbital
That is
strike, it would have
just
been nice.
dud.
But hey, you gotta try everything that you can, right? And even then, they still have some decent amount of ultimates left. The Viper Spit on Chink can be a game changer. Unless Trish decides to use his own Viper Spit right off the bat, Revenant Esports can still barge in. But I like the way how Reckoning maintain their composure. They're playing so well and responding really well to what Revenant are doing. The brute force attack, Reckoning have a very unique way of responding to it. Oh my god, and look at this, they bring the heat of their own. A rare miss from the Showstopper, but they've taken control of this area. They take the pick,
Also,
and they fall
funny
back to
enough,
safety as well.
I'm just
I think
gonna
that's a
say
win
this,
in,
RNT is
in
better
Reckoning's
on
books.
defense on this map than they are on attack.
Indeed
without
it
this
is.
They're very, like,
Still, they haven't really found the knowing of what to do just yet. Considering Reckoning Esports once again able to get that man advantage secured in their hands early off, and that's a big threat neutralized in the name of Paradox. You don't need to worry about a mad lad anymore. Those maniac moves won't be there on the table. At Revenant Esports, there's a high chance now the brakes are installed in their strategies, and now they'll probably try to take a little bit of comfort level up to get this round in the hands. Reveals out. Voya not able to spot anyone, so they know that there's not the threat level's not just rising up just yet, but finally now it is. As Blackhawk and Right to Ace are able to spring this team back to life. Deadly 10 was able to get one in return, but that's all he's going to get. Now it's all down to the final two players of Reckoning Esports. It's a 2-on-3 scenario. Tristan's got the Viper's Pit, and even Hirsch has got his hands on the null command. But Hirsch not deciding to use that just yet. He wants to find the first opening. And that seems like it's been denied so far, but the Snake Spikes just took perfectly on the point. And Ching trying his best to keep his team alive inside this round, and he will.
Ooh.
This guy is just impossible to nail down. Just juggling in and out of that Viper's Pit, getting every single frag. It's so juicy to look at. But I must say, Reckoning Esports putting one hell of a fight. The Nightfall confirms all the information with so many trails emerging from that single ultimate. It was basically confirmed that Revenant Esports are about to hit. And then Revenant realized, yep, all our plans are foiled, our strategies have been revealed. Might as well full send it in. And guess what? The send in actually works. Almost all the ultimates from either side have been now utilized. So it boils down to the gunfights. Shing! It takes guts to swing out like that.
Oh man, but they've lost out on the Viper early off, so the first controller's not on the board anymore, but it's completely fine. Blackhawk, this man is just so good.
Probably the parents.
Oh, he just plays the controller role, but still, the amount of firepower
You know,
he brings
honestly,
to
though,
a
like,
team, it's incredible. Almost
I don't
next
have
to
the
a duelist.
best
Just way too
home
good
life,
to handle for his opponents. All
but
the
like,
time, Blackhawk is up with those
the one thing you have
frags
to
and
learn
saves the
is
day
to
for
not
his
let your
team at the
parents
last
define you.
moment.
The
Now
moment you
Trist,
do that, you kind of win at life.
once again, the utility got trying to pull something off here. The snake bite's definitely chipping away a lot of damage, and already both the players are way too low. Now they're vulnerable. And yeah, a couple of bullets will be able to get the kill secured as well. Josh, he knows that there's one player in the back, but Right to Ace, that just buys him enough time.
Dude, why is it that every single one of these rounds is down to the wire? It always comes down to a 1v1, 2v2. And every single time, every single round, there's so many early fights. 10, 20 seconds into a round and it's already a 3v3. And this is a recurring pattern in all 8 rounds. Both these teams are here to play a very violent game of Valorant. And sure, strategies be damned. It's entertainment that these teams want to give us, and I am so glad. Because both these teams have nothing to lose, and since their spot in the playoffs is more or less confirmed, rather, these guys can play the most reckless game of Valorant, and it will be so good to look at.
Eventually you just have to come to a point where you're like, oh yeah, I'm not
Deadly
going to
and
be defined by
Paradox.
what my parents do anymore, and then that's your life.
And speaking about
Like, just
Reckoning
live your life saying,
Esports, right?
it's my life.
This team has improved so much from Split 1. Yeah, and even in Split 1, this team was good, but now in Split 2, it just seems like they're another level. They're ready to take down some of the big Goliaths. But at least for now.
That's the difficult part, though.
Man, he does not miss on those shots like that.
That's the
He was
difficult
too
part.
crisp before him, and you cannot expect him to whiff any of those shots like that. Trist now the last man up once again. Final soldier to be taken down. But there's one man Right to Ace. Just holding off the smoke, but a double peek to seal the deal.
Almost had the kill onto Ace. Phantom betrays him with the 140, but still.
That,
it
right?
was a cracking
140
good
with
round.
the
Reckoning
Phantom.
Esports put up quite a stellar defense. Revenant still able to overcome every single adversity. Kill every single foe. I mean, yes, the utility dump that these teams are doing to help set up the fights is actually very impressive, but after first contact is made, everybody's plans are ruined, and then it just comes down to brawling. And at that point, the pendulum can swing in any direction.
I'm not gonna lie, Paradox and Blackhawk, there's starting to be a big hurdle for Reckoning Esports now. Pure needs to be found to stop these two guys. And the only way they're able to stop them is to get them taken off.
No,
the
you
game
can't blame
early
them.
off
You
as
can't
quick as
blame them.
possible.
There are
Just get
things
them
that
outta here.
they've done that will fuck you up for life.
Them against you,
But-
Trist. Oh, nice way
What's
to start
up?
things off inside
See,
this one.
you can't
The
blame your
Sheriffs are
parents
really
for
now
the
starting
shit
to
they've
stay
done.
against
Like,
their
they're not
opponents.
blameless, bro.
Trist
Odd.
But you have to
will be
decide,
falling back.
ki,
There's still a
bro,
lot of
it's my
damage
life.
dealt onto himself with that paint
And
shot.
I'm gonna live
It's a
my
perfect
best life, you
scenario.
know?
Equal chance for both the teams.
I'm
Yeah, but
not
look at
saying
this round. I
pretend
mean,
your
you take a
parents
look at the
didn't fuck
positions
you
and
up.
Basically, the roles have been reversed.
No,
Revenant
bro,
are
that's
playing from positions where
impossible.
you will usually find the defenders, and Reckoning are playing in positions where you'll usually find the attackers. They wrap around each other, basically playing a dangerous game of ring around the rosies. But there are no roses, except on the graves of these people. The orbital strikes thrown inside just to buy some time, but Reckoning Esports are already ahead of it. Deadly takes the first contact. Blackhawk down, dusted. Ace trying to beat along with his teammates, and he will be able to find one frag on the back of the surprise, but Paradox has to now come in clutch, and he does! What a flick onto Hoya! He maintains the lead for Revenant.
Dude, Paradox and his teammate Blackhawk, these two guys, they need to be stopped right now. They need to be stopped right here, right now. If a cure isn't found, then these two guys will start to run away with the rounds like thieves. And look at Reckoning Esports. I mean, it seemed like they pretty much had the lifeline back in their hands, considering how the Sheriffs are really starting to work for them. But then you've got men like Paradox who's not whipping any of his shots, and who's connecting every single bullet. He's counting every single bullet in his chamber, and he's making sure. that
Bro,
it will be
let's
okay.
not talk about parents, man.
Trist.
Like, that's just depressing
Quick
shit
snake bite to
nobody
make sure
comes
that
to stream
losing that
for.
control's not going to be
Like,
taken
I'm
away
just
from
being honest.
Revenant Esports.
No one
So
really
now
comes to
Revenant,
watch a
as they
stream
know
to,
that the
like,
Vipers Pit has
know
already
about the
limited
other
their
person's
presence
depression,
by
bro.
way too much.
You come to watch streams for
They do a lot.
escapism.
They do not wanna
Okay?
step inside
I
the
stream to
microwave of
escape
poison.
my depression.
Instead, they just want to stay outside, take their time.
I'm just being
and
honest about it. I
right
stream to
away,
escape my
instantly gonna
depression,
utilize
bro.
the Seekers still, but Trist, I like the fact that he's not
Right.
standing in the way of those Seekers. Perfectly done. Trist, able to find the one-player Paradox.
And it is a bhasad
Paradox tried to
game.
walk
Like,
in through the snake
that's
pad,
the
but
thing, right?
unfortunately
If
got
there's-
vulnerable
okay.
doing stuff, and he got taken down.
there are two times
nice
a
way to
game
play
becomes
things
a
off. Trist is
bhasad.
just a
There are two
brilliant man.
situations.
He
Okay?
utilizes
When there are
utilities
no
perfectly. He's got the perfect aim as well. He
When the
excels
team
in
doesn't have a
every single
controller, right?
category
When there are
of
no
Valorant, and he showcases a good game of Valorant.
When there are no controllers,
Reckoning Esports,
you have W games.
now they
When there are no
realize that
sentinels,
they've been stopped in the
it's the same.
tracks.
Agar there's no
Yeah, they also
controller,
know where
like
those
no
tracks
controller,
lead to.
there's like a
The
W
trails
game. When
bring
there's
them
no
directly to his
sentinels,
back.
it's a bhasad game
Almost
because
the
nothing.
entirety of Revenant
Like,
Esports force looking to burst out of
there's
that
no
area. If the
denial,
bursts are
right?
successful, at least
What
they
are you
keep
gonna
on.
deny
They
area
still have to
with?
deal with the Viper spit towards a shot, but first they will clear
What
out
are you
the
gonna
backside.
deny an
Oh,
area
never
with?
mind, even Trish has been dealt with. Now this wasn't supposed to happen. Reckoning Esports, all they have to do is buy some time, and they did use the orbital strike to deny the plant to some extent. It still didn't help. Deadly has to step up, but the moment he tries to step up on the box, string will shut him down. It's all up to Flappin. Started off on the right note. Good shot onto Josh, and he now has to find the remaining two players. He knows that Blackhawk will be somewhere towards B shot, but Ching is still a mystery. Smoke deployed on top.
Yo, I can
Hoping to
actually
tap the
explain this game
spike.
to you on a very high level,
He's actually
technical
gonna
level. I
hold it.
just don't because it's too much effort.
Alright then. This is a bit brave! And Ching
W
punishes the
gaming.
bravery. No heroics while he's still alive.
W gaming.
Love to see it. And now Diddley 10. He's got his hands
Bro,
on
Ching
the
is earning
showstopper.
his paycheck.
This can be a game changer. of
I'm
course,
just
for
saying,
Reckoning
Ching is
Esports,
earning his paycheck.
as they've realized
game.
now the rounds
On
are starting to
pistols,
slip
everything.
away
Ching
from
is
their
just earning his
hands,
paycheck today.
and something desperately needs to be done. Reckoning Esports, this timeout should definitely give them a huge sigh of relief, a breathing room, and also some new strategies should be updated. Some new table needs to be brought inside the strategy. Let's see what the coaches are going to talk over here, because Revenant, with the way they're able to get those picks, it's hard to believe that they're even able to get those type of picks. And I think so those type of moves, those type of plays is what's catching the players of Revenant.
Ew, this showed up on my feed.
3-7 is the
Something really
score.
disgusting
Lead isn't
showed
that
up on my
solid just yet,
Twitter
but
feed.
if Revenant's able to get a couple of more
It's
rounds in
not
their
about-
hands, then definitely the lead will be solidified. You do not want to move in forward towards the 9-3 half, because if the enemy team's able, if the team that is on the lead is able to also get the pistol round,
Bro, this
that means
woman,
that's gonna
right,
be another hurdle.
got
on
her
your way.
husband's name tattooed on her
Never
forehead.
wanna rely on the
Ew.
first half. You will need to make
Bhaiya,
sure that you
font
detonate
itna
as
ganda
quickly
kyun
as
hai?
possible. So later on,
The font
You
is
could
so
still have a little bit of
disgusting.
breathing
Like
space for yourself.
Satish. Yeah, it's so bad.
No command and showstoppers available. And Reckoning Esports will probably try to plan
Ew.
something off of that. And let's exactly see what they planned. Dump Deadly 10, good way to start off. Fire to fire, speak about that. And this time his opponent's going to take the fire against him. Paradox able to get 2 of his own with the paint shell and also a kill onto Deadly 10. Showstopper not able to find the value that was expected. Unfortunate stuff for Reckoning, and within a blink, Reckoning's already down to just a 2-man squad, but they've still got the no command available, which they can rely on. Tristan on the flank, able to gain a lot of information and also a lot of map control. Hirsch with only a Guardian in the hands will need to tap out the skulls of his opponents.
Mihira. My name is Mihira.
2-on-3, man advantage unfortunately against him, but it's definitely doable. Hirsch creeping his way in. Viper's Pit is making things just even more difficult, and now that swap's also going to give his position away. The Hawk was perfect, blinds out the opponent, but unfortunately Trist gets caught as well, and right to Ace plays that nicely. Round secured for his team, and Revenant Esports another round on the board. As I said, of course,
Is
the
this
map of
going to be a
Bind, it's
curse?
been always a strong suit of
Is
Revenant
this going to
Esports,
be
and
a
that's what they're
curse?
here proving to us.
Is
Tough
this
to
going
steal,
to be
by
a
the way,
curse?
from a team that has been excelling on this map.
There. We're done looking at the shitty
That
tattoo.
is precisely true. Although, I must say, even though Revenant Esports have a massive lead right now, it can still all get stolen away. Remember what happened in that game against Orangutan? They had a phenomenal 9-3 lead, but still lost the game. And given the way the Reckoning are playing, it shows that they know exactly
don't
what
know
Revenant
actually,
will be able
Danish.
to do. They have an
actually
idea
don't know.
about what their plans are. They're almost always able to figure out what's cooking. It's just that whatever that Revenant are able to cook up is just a bit too hot to handle, you know? You can't stop what you can't touch. So Revenant Esports using that brute force approach, just sledgehammering their way inside. And
Walnuts.
the Wolves
I'll
have
call
to
you
fight
walnuts.
now
And
against
I'm
a
not going to
well-armed,
explain why.
well-poised opponent.
Yeah, I'm going to call you walnuts, but I'm not explaining why. The end.
True that. And Hirsch still, he's got the null command available once again. Hirsch having a tough game of Valorant. Only able to secure 4 kills. Hopefully he's able to get away with the jitters that he's facing so far and is able to find that sweet spot for himself. Good suppress. Able to get those 2 players suppressed for now, and also the information was retained in the hand. Just trying to stop the players of Revenant, trying to buy some time off with the flashes as well.
It is quite weird to see Harsh.
We gonna see a
not
9-3? Are we gonna see a
playing
9-3?
alongside Deadly. Usually I would have expected him to set up Deadly for some
No
really nice
ults
kills.
actually on either side.
Deadly has
Right?
been an absolute
Para?
powerhouse to
No,
his
actually,
side,
Josh.
so I would
Yeah,
rather
Josh
let
is
him
about
stay
to
there.
ult.
Meanwhile, Revenant Esports
Josh
are
is
not
about to
keeping their
ult.
positions towards be a secret at all. They've dumped in quite a lot of util towards both the B site as well as
But like,
hookah,
Josh's
still
ult
haven't
isn't a
gotten any
game changer when he has a
That's partially
gun.
because Reckoning's Viper is holding them
Unless
back,
Josh
and
is
when the
gonna
Viper
like
toxin fuels
W
run out,
harder than he's ever
that's when
W'd in
Harsh
his
will use
life,
his own
right?
utility. The lot of them get suppressed, so Reckoning are fully aware about
भाई
Revenant's
लाइन
position.
में खड़े हैं यहाँ पे.
And even though there is a massive stack towards the B side,
On
Revenant will be adamant
check!
going inside. Slavin goes and checking the end, but finally the spray down comes through. Paradox is able to deal with at least a couple of them, but Reckoning show resilience in the last round of the half.
भैया एंगल चेक करो.
Last round of the half. Revenant
Angle
is still
check
got
करो.
4 rounds lead.
Check
It's a
your
very big
angles.
Pistol round 2. You might as well seal the deal and just call it a day at that point. So this pistol round is definitely going to be a game changer, ladies and gentlemen. It's all going to come down
How
to
many
this
languages
pistol
do I
round.
speak?
If you do take a look at this replay, Flavin could have been set
More
up
than-
for an incredible
more than
player,
5.
but unfortunately, he got checked at the last
More
moment.
than 5.
That flash was perfect too. Just Flavin not able to find that swing on his opponents. Unfortunate stuff. But as I said, this pistol round is going to dictate the future or the second half of the
Bye,
entire game.
Danish.
We all know what we need to do before that. It's time for us to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Bro, fridge meat के लिए है, heat के लिए नहीं.
Bro, this graphics card is making my frames drop.
Come with me if you wanna game.
The all-new OMEN 16 with advanced Tempest cooling technology, now with 5 heat pipes and 4 thermal outlets. The OMEN 16 with 12th Gen Intel Core i7 processor to make you forget your frame drops.
Now that's cool.
Game on with Tempest cooling.
Presenting Hyundai i20 N-Line. It's time to play.
Yes, I'm a Gen Z, or should I say, the Gen X. And I don't let fear hold me back from doing anything. I choose to move fearlessly through it all.
Hey buddy, we need you to trim your beard for this next scene.
What? Okay, fine, I'll admit it. I move fearlessly in most things, but I draw the line here. What if I Nico cut myself?
Try this.
Phillips.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys saw the first half, it ended at the 8-4 note. As I said, if Revenant Esports are able to win the pistol round 2, then you might as well just call it a day, and Reckoning Esports will probably try to hope for the best on the third map. But if the pistol round's won by Reckoning Esports, then things can be flipped and it can be a more entertaining game.
Why did you
It
learn
definitely will be
Chinese?
entertaining. Although while we are speaking about that, I do apologize. I made a wrong statement before. I mentioned that we saw a similar scoreline in Revenant's game against Orangutan. The score was 8-4. I mentioned it as 9-3, so that's my bad. But yeah, we saw a similar score when Revenant were facing Orangutan. And once again, Revenant were leading 8-4, but Orangutan was able to make a comeback. Now I wonder if Reckoning can pull something off. Something similar. Currently, the paint shell landing directly on their feet, but they still go in unchallenged. They can't peek ahead of these smokes, and Reckoning are getting all the frags that they require. They even get one towards the bot region, but there's an instant backstab coming in from Ching, and this is much faster than expected.
Yeah, but they should not go for solo fights like that. Instead, Reckoning Esports should respect their opponents, and it's completely okay if they're still able to get the side control in their hands. Revenant Esports, they're up for a surprise, as every single player from Reckoning will start to book it to the B side all the way from the back, but Ching might just be ready. But he gets spotted, unfortunately, so his position's compromised. In the close is going to be another player in the name of Trist, and he's still able to get the man advantage back up for his team. A 3-on-2 scenario. Ching and his teammate, both of them are just walking pretty much from the same direction. And Flappin' quick taps on his enemy skulls.
Right in between the eyes, as Brimstone would say. That was a really nice setup. And Revenant had no idea how to respond to that one. At one point, Revenant thought that holding towards the back of A side would get them some results, because why would Reckoning push ahead of their own smokes? There's a backstab already coming in, and as soon as Revenant had to play a place towards lamps and maybe towards shots, Reckoning just ran through, powering through their enemy's spawn, running into the B site. It was a very quick rotation. Both the teams just basically chasing after each other.
Trailblazers still there in the hands of Right 2 Ace. But once again, it's just an eco round, so I don't think so. Revenant is expecting a lot. They're not going to have a lot of expectations from this round in general. Maybe just try to put a dent on the opponent's economy. Utilities are available a lot from the side of Reckoning, so they can use those to get those picks and also informational plays. But considering now Deadly 10's able to find that opening, but unfortunately, the luck this time, the stars aren't aligned for him. Instead, it's going to favor his opponent. Ching was able to get one through the smoke, and Deadly 10 is left astonished.
Astonished, dumbfounded,
Yep, I'm
and
out.
buried alive.
I'm out.
But
Alright.
Chris has almost run out of his toxin screen, so he He can only activate one of these things at the same time. Now, knife being deployed will catch the lot of Revenant players, and Reckoning instantly book it to the B site once again. They've done this in the past, except this time they're going via the teleporters. Josh definitely will be good for one, given that he's holding a shorty. Can he find a double? No, he doesn't even get that single frag. That wasn't supposed to happen. Reckoning get away with the scot-free.
The crosser was on it, but that's just so shorty for you, you know? Sometimes unfortunately the RNG gods aren't just with you and it doesn't work out for you, but it's fine. You've got Ching in the close quarters. He's been able to find those nutty shots on his opponents. He did get one more. Instantly, the full stop was there. Blackhawk, last man, is there, but soon will be dealt with. And now finally, Reckoning Esports getting the heat back up inside the game, 8-6. We love to see it.
Yeah, and Reckoning Esports have been playing this game in quite a sweet and very fast fashion, you know? And it's different when I say fast for Reckoning. When I meant that Revenant were playing really fast on the attacking side, I meant that they were brute forcing their way in through these sites. But Reckoning are quick and nimble on their feet. They don't stay in one place for too long. If they find too much resistance in one of these sites, they have no hesitation rotating over towards the other area.
Look at me closes Ching. And yeah, this time he catches the bird in the sky. Wings clipped. And now you've got Ching just on doing some more damage against his opponent. Even Paradox was able to get two of his own. And now Hirsch is left all by himself with only Spectre in the hand. He can try to pull something off in the close range, but if the distance is made from the opponents, it can be a little bit of discomfort. I thought Revenant, both those players are going to die, to be honest. That was a little risky. They sort of were right next to each other.
Yeah, they almost did get taken down in one fell swoop. But that's what happens when Reckoning try to do the same approach as Revenant do. And Reckoning try to brute force their way into a site, even though Revenant have quite a lot of players stationed over there. Reckoning will get stopped in their tracks. Revenant somehow were able to magically make it working against every team they face. Their attacking side is just so in your face, it's almost like a sledgehammer. Launching a personification of a sledgehammer. Reckoning, on the other hand, they don't mind running around. They don't mind exploring multiple avenues and then deciding one very late into the round. So since they have so many backup plans, they can almost never get pincered by Revenant in one place. Prowlers being used to clear out, and while that area is down and out, Revenant are holding massively towards B long. There's a crossfire on the edge of that smoke. And that can turn and pivot to help out Josh as well in case Shukla gets leaked. Of course, now that Revenant have the A-shot area under lock and key via Ching's Viper's Pit, there's very few avenues where Reckoning can actually go. And as they try to go towards Shaw's, Revenant read this. They have sent Josh back to assist on the A site.
Look at this. Ninjas walking from showers.
I mean, it's not a curse, but they are picking up rounds.
He's gonna line those bodies. He's gonna stack them top of each other. Hirsch's wall is there to stop that chaos that Josh was creating, but it's not gonna matter. Revenant, their firepower's on the point. And Paradox will swoop up those last kills as well. Revenant Esports, oh man, they're really hitting their shots, and Reckoning Esports not able to reply back in style. This is gonna sting them so much. Reckoning now, they've got the light armors back up, and Vandals and Phantoms are still on the board for them. And they've still got some utilities, so let's see. What are they able to make out of this round?
It's quite funny how Ching and Trist use the same wiper wall.
There.
I mean, we don't see too many variations of it. At least on the attacking side, we don't. But, unlike Paradox.
So I buy a lot of jewelry, and I just got like a notification email from the jewelry store that they restocked the cat earrings. I'm just like, oh, I want the cat earrings, and they're already out of stock. Someone has already bought all the cat earrings. Nice.
Left over, that orbital strike's gonna force him out, and Voya was ready.
Can they win a 2v3? They can win a 2v3.
But Josh, this man has tasted blood. He's like a Dracula, a vampire, just hunting for his enemies.
Just out, Josh. Just out.
And now 2 more to go in front of him. Only 4 bullets in the magazine. We'll need to get a fresh one, and he will do so.
Just out, Josh. Just out.
Up. but I don't think she's gonna try to use it.
They're waiting for
Spike right in front of his eyes.
What's doesn't matter.
He's so worried
They're
about
both
getting
cute.
flanked. He doesn't mind
That
if
board's fit
Reckoning
guys,
recovers
both
the spike
cute.
somehow. They know
Doesn't
that
matter.
Reckoning will have to play
Both
the
cute,
gander.
bro.
Since he knows the positions of both those players being present on either side of that teleporter, he expects them to take their sweet time and reunite. And that's exactly why he's comfortable giving up the
30
spike area
seconds
as well.
left.
He will reposition towards B. Now this will be a great round for
Oh,
Josh
they're gonna use
unless
the horn.
Reckoning go towards A. And since that's not happening,
Oh
he's set up for success.
shit,
But Harsh knocks
dude!
him down regardless.
Oh no!
Reckoning survived that.
No! No!
Flabin had his orbital strike at the ready. As soon as Revenant tried to crunch them towards showers, they recognized what was happening, right? Revenant jumped two people into the showers, and the instant orbital strike was called down. A wave of hellfire and heat descends upon the
Hey, look
skies.
what's up. Bro, I was just
Cataclysm-
expecting this.
cataclysm of thunder
Oh.
and fire just shakes the land as both these players are forced to step out of the teleporter doors, straight into the waiting arms.
Unlucky.
Reckoning.
Smoke's down.
Yeah, they catch him on the investigation.
Oh
Now, even the
shit!
reveals there- oh,
How
this
did
is so
Bata survive
uncomfortable.
that?
But at least he's able to make it back alive. Josh able to
How
strike
did
one
Bata
down.
survive that?
But Trist able to swing back and return the favor. Josh in the close quarters with still the shorty in his hands. He trusts that weapon quite a lot. At the first, it didn't work out. This time it will. But the instant trade up is there from the enemy. The refrag is perfectly on the board. The radar refragging, man, from Flabin. It's been on point so far. 3-on-2 scenario. Unfortunately, the positions are now going to be compromised.
Yeah, so Revenant know exactly where all of Reckoning's players are positioned, but what do they do about it? They're gonna have to shoot their way through. There's no way out of this one. Blackhawk already down to half HP. The spike already half gone, and now he won't even get to retreat. No weapon save for Revenant Esports.
Dreams are a funny
Reckoning
thing.
are desperately needed round and they secure it.
And it's all tough.
10-8 once again. The round lead that was there from
Ooh,
Revenant Esports
RNT's
seems like
eco
now it's
is
starting to get
gone.
nullified. And a tactical timeout being called out as well. Revenant Esports, they haven't really got the weapons to stop Reckoning Esports in the track, and Reckoning Esports know now they're going to be in their comfort zone. But for Revenant, as I said, they will need to count each and every single bullet.
But can they craft that magic bullet? The silver bullet that will slay the Dracula? I don't think they've found that yet.
I'm trying to figure out
No
where to
mythical
wear my
weapons
rings,
can
because now I
slay
have
these
2 rings I
monsters.
wear.
They'll have to
Trying to
devise
figure out
something
where
on
I
their
want to
own.
wear them.
Weapon beyond the comprehension of all of mankind's horrors will have to be unleashed if Reckoning want to mount this comeback, if they want to end this series 2-0.
Bro, I'm just training to like.
I don't exactly
Get
know
good sleep.
what the game plan is going to be here for Revenant Esports, because the coach definitely did not have a lot of talking there. Probably this round is to get them a little bit of breather. Let's see what's going to be the end result over here. Blackhawk's the only one with a decent weapon. No, he even sells that. Doesn't want to go for it at all. No extra risks taken. They're relying on the upcoming round a lot. But Reckoning Esports, this round is definitely going to be quite a crucial one, of course. But the buy round from Revenant will be quite an important one for Reckoning too, to set the pace of the game for the upcoming future. Good flash, quick burst. Josh's position's known, and still keeps on pushing forward. But there's a refrac instantly on the board from Flabin.
We didn't get to see those frags on screen, so
Yeah, the
not
observer lost.
Yeah. That's okay. He'll make up for it, just like Reckoning did. But with Revenant still having so many ultimates to boot, they can still turn this round around. Trailblazer used once again just to check if Reckoning have extended further after the initial aggression from Revenant has died out towards B long. And then they start to push out once more. They haven't seen any presence elsewhere, so all the indicators are now pointing towards this bot push, and Revenant knew this! But now their beliefs have been confirmed. Paradox doesn't get away. The Seas captures him, but he doesn't want to move away. He's got the showstopper at ready, and he's repelling the invaders straight into right to ace, and he's catching all of them off guard. The flash once again, ready to peek out, ready to rumble, and he's got almost all three. Deadly responds with the showstopper of his own. And Paradox, he tried to make some moves. He tried to satchel away in safety. But no, Deadly will catch him in the explosion radius regardless. And now he's got the AWP.
They got a plant.
Towards CT. Twist. He will be able to kill Jing, but Black Ops Orbital Strike will delay the spike plant and force them to reposition.
Huh?
Twist finally does to the molly, and now he's perfectly poised. Deadly on the other hand, positioned away with the AWP. Perfect weapon to kill the perfect player.
Get a
It has to
gun!
be the perfect clutch over here because Blackhawk's got him right where he needs. He's got the weapon as well now. Nade goes beyond him, and Blackhawk has plenty of time to play with. He just has to bait out the peak from Deadly 10. But where will Deadly 10 come from? He comes from right from the same angle.
What a round,
Nasty.
dude. What a round.
Nasty shot in the end. I did not even see Deadly 10 on my screen. That's how quick that shot was. Oh man, but still that round got way too close for comfort. None of us expected it to go that close. But oh my lord. That was still a decent fight
Vandal
given
supremacy.
from Revenant Esports. Almost. One more kill needed there to convert that round into a victory. And that was an eco round too. Could have been a solid thrifty.
Exactly, that was an eco round, and we've seen this from Revenant before. In both the halves, they commit a lot of their ultimates on these eco rounds. I can't even imagine what their success rate would be like if they actually use these in rounds where they have the weaponry to boot. But I guess we'll have to find that out another day, huh? That's a discussion on another timeline. In this dimension, things are looking up for Reckoning Esports. They're on their way up, they're climbing, crawling, and Revenant somehow are stumbling.
Blinded.
Ops on either side. Ace always knew they would play his position towards B long, but the second flash just to make sure that they're still there or
The
not
attack
will give him
opping,
the answer he
what
requires.
even?
Ching could have had a frag.
Oh my
But
god.
no! He moves away at the wrong time, and that leaves Paradox vulnerable. At least Ching makes up for it. But how will they deal with this Hellfire now that Lamps is out of control? They will have to stop this plot by themselves by fragging out, and Josh is up for the task.
Was able to get so many kills in the front, and now we're down to just a 3-on-2 scenario.
Spike planted. Last player
Spike's been
standing.
planted too. Now the time's gonna start to tick away quick enough. But the shots from Hirsch was perfect interest to close the things off and draw a ceiling line, and also equalizing the lead that was created from Revenant Esports. Revenant Esports, now they're gonna start to sweat over here.
They will start to sweat. They will probably even start to check their wallets, see how much change they've got left. Just a one timing play, man. Ching was marking that angle all throughout the round, but the second he moves away is when Deadly just happens to peek, and instantly Paradox is taken away. You know, Paradox's utility, his boombots and his nades, were the only thing creating a problem for Reckoning when they tried to plant. He uses those nades perfectly just to delay the spike plant. I mean, to some extent, even Blackhawk has been doing the same thing, right? He will use his orbital strike towards Struck, force one player to go towards the triple box, and then kill him with the molly. So, Revenant have been disrupting.
Are you winning
Reckoning's
this
attempts to
match?
plant the
Tech
spike
pause,
every
bro.
now and then. And how do Reckoning respond? I mean, sometimes they wait it out. Sometimes they bait the utility.
They're gonna check each other's
On other occasions, they
PCs.
just dive into the other side, you know? Either by pushing towards CT or by jumping into the TPs. They always have a backup plan.
A technical timeout. But in that technical timeout, definitely something's being passed on over there. Hopefully this technical timeout's going to be gotten rid of as quick as possible. Look at that Pikachu on top of Hirsch's monitor. I think so that's kind of like the power that Hirsch is getting. He's getting the power from that Pikachu.
I wonder who's going to be the Ash Ketchum of the team.
I guess him, because he's got the Pikachu.
Yeah. I mean, instead of throwing those red and white Pokeballs, he's probably going to chuck fragments at his opponents. And I would take that fragment nade any day. Considering that he's got this kind of a soft toy on top of his monitor, do you expect Reckoning to pull off a Gecko game anytime in the future?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Can I talk to
I
each
think so.
other?
They will probably.
They can't talk to their
Considering Reckoning's
coaches,
strong
I think.
suit is the
But
map
they
of
can
Lotus.
talk to each
They like
other.
to play that quite a lot. I think so. Gecko can be a good combination if they do want to experiment around.
I think even Pearl can be a pretty good map.
Yeah.
I think Pearl is like the only map where Gecko has more than 50% win rate.
You know, I'm learning
Every
Gecko
other
these
map
days. It's
across the
actually
three
fun.
ACT regions in Americas and EMEA as well as Pacific.
Gecko is
Gecko has been
fun.
like, more or less irrelevant.
Yeah, I don't
on
think
every other
RG
map
is gonna take
except
this.
for Pearl. I mean, sure, people pick
I
him
think
in
RG is
split
gonna
every
take
now
this.
and then, but the success rates are
Ananti
simply not
is
there.
like gonna try, bro.
Considering Reckoning
Anyway,
is
it's
one of
just
those
about
teams
seeding now.
that likes to experiment quite a lot, right? And we know their adaptive nature is quite good too, considering how they're adapting against Revenant Esports inside this matchup. I think so. Even if they do try to implement Gecko on any map, if they do want, I'm pretty sure they will be able to adapt to it quickly enough. And I think so. Deadly 10's having some sort of issues.
So far, we've seen like 2 Gecko games. First one was by Atuka from Asrami. Next, True Rippers picked it up. And both of those times, the Gecko was used on split. Wait, I think we did see one game on Pearl as well. I'm telling you, something is happening to my memory. I've been watching so much Valorant that I start confusing one game for the other. And everything's just one big haze. While we've got this technical timeout, give me a couple seconds, I'll look up who all have played Gecko in this tournament up until now.
I mean, I wasn't really here a lot for the split too, so I don't really remember.
I know, right?
Yeah,
You missed
I
out on
just-
quite a lot of good stuff, by the way.
I mean, yeah, man, what can you do, bro? Sometimes priorities. But yeah, for now, we've got the teams over here. I mean, this technical timeout can also stop the momentum that was built up so far for Reckoning.
Are you ready? Loads पढ़ी है Valorant की loads थोड़े से पीछे से जैसे वाइपर का असली नाम क्या है? वाइपर के असली नाम देवी वगैरह नहीं है, असली अच्छा नाम है। नहीं, नो आइडिया। पता होना चाहिए यार। अब इसी पे तो मैं तुम्हारे को टाइट करने वाला हूँ। चलो चालू करते हैं रैपर। सबसे पहले ठीक है, ऐसा एजेंट रात के 2 बजे खेलो 3 बजे खेलो तुम इंस्टा लॉक करोगे 5 सेकंड है एक्स्ट्रा। मैं पता कौन सा हीरो खेलता बताओ? योरू। जेट यार, जेट में सिल्वर। आप बताओ आप कौन सा हीरो खेलना? मैं सोवा। अगर आप डेट पे जा रहे हो और आपकी डेट को वैलेंट पसंद नहीं है तो क्या करोगे?
Break up. Hey Kriva, what's up? Break up with a chick or break up with your date if they don't like video games. Normalize breaking up with someone if they do not like video games. I have spoken.
बहुत हार्ड है क्वेश्चन है, बात तो सही है। ऐसे पुच को फेंक के मारो, पुच का बोलते हैं ना बंगाली में उसको, ऐसे पुच का फेंक। चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं। मोस्ट ओवररेटेड प्लेयर है कौन? 5 जल्दी बताओ, उंगलियां कब हो रही है? जल्दी बोल डोमिनिक। 2 2 एक्सकाली। हाँ तेरे 5 सेकंड। बैडमैन। ये तो देख के घर से आया था। बैडमैन और एक्सकाली क्यों? Care to explain? It's okay. ठीक है, कुछ चीजें सवालों के साथ ही खत्म हो जाए तो अच्छी। एक ऐसी इनवाइटेड टीम जो अपना स्पॉट डिजर्व नहीं करती। वर्ल्ड लाइक डोमिनिक क्यों? सेम। व्हाई? सबको पता है उनका कोर ही बहुत वीक है, बाहर के जितने भी प्लेयर लेके फायदा क्या है। जो और वैलोरेंट कम्युनिटी को स्टार्टिंग से सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहा तो उसको सीधा लीग में स्लॉट नहीं मिलना चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से। बात तो सही है, पर जाने से पहले आई वांट यू गाइस टू गिव अस स्मॉल मैसेज टू द फ्रेंड्स फैमिली। 3-4 गर्लफ्रेंड्स होंगी, भेज वो कोई बोलना चाहूँगा लाइक ग्राइंड करो, स्टेज में आना है। मम्मी को बोला तो ग्राइंड करो। मम्मी को नहीं, ऑल प्लेयर्स को सही इमोशनल मैसेज देना यार। वही मम्मी तो देख ही रही होगी, मतलब देखेगी वही, क्या बोलूँ। पाँच मम्मी गैस आप बोल। थैंक यू सो मच मॉम फॉर सपोर्टिंग मी। पापा को बताना मत वगैरह। आप बोलना चाहते हो? पढ़ाई वगैरह तो नॉर्मल हो गया अभी तो 2-3 साल के बाद गेमिंग रहेगा तो पढ़ाई करके कुछ होगा नहीं तो आ जाओ गेमिंग में। पेरेंट्स सॉरी नवेली आपको अभी गेमिंग अच्छा ना लगे बट इसमें फ्यूचर है। और जब ये वापस आएगा तो ढेर सारी दबेली लेकर आएगा। दबेली चलती है ना पूरे में, अभी मैंने खा दिया अच्छी थी। सो थैंक यू सो मच गाइस, गुड लक, अच्छा खेलना। सो गाइस ये थे हमारे डॉक्टर एंड डोमिनिक। आई विल बी बैक विद मोर क्वेश्चंस ऑन दिस boosted radiant segment. Till then you guys go game.
भाई नाम तो सही है, boosted radiant.
Everyone, my name is Krat and welcome to Boom Bots. इस सेगमेंट में सारी टीम से 2-2 बॉट्स आएंगे और मैं अपने सवालों से उनको कर दूंगा boo. That's why we call it.
You guys want to watch these segments or do you guys want to talk?
So इस crazy segment
Up
के
to
अंदर
y'all,
हमारे
boys.
पास है मेडल स्पोर्ट के दो बड़े players.
My name is Rishabh Gupta. My in-game name is Easy. I play Sentinel for Medal Esports.
Also, like pre-recorded segments है तो teams के करवा दो ना, the ones that are playing.
मेरे पास कुछ तेज क्वेश्चंस हैं और तेज जवाब आने चाहिए.
Okay, try करेंगे.
ऐसे 5 4 3 2 फटफट. टाइम नहीं दूंगा मैं बिल्कुल भी. Start with easier. Name 3 countries with the letter Z.
Zimbabwe.
You don't have much time, like fast. Zimbabwe हो गया. 2 more. देखा जाए 3 है ही नहीं. So it was a trick question. Zambia, Zimbabwe, Zambia और तीसरा है नहीं. So basically check करना था. मुझे पता था मैं जानबूझ के ऐसा किया. Second, आपसे पूछे. इंसान के शरीर में सबसे बड़ी हड्डी कौन सी होती है?
Spine.
Backbone.
The femur.
Jang, femur. Backbone छोटे-छोटे.
The femur.
एक bone नहीं है.
Oh, yeah, Sneaky knows trivia.
Russia.
What did he say?
मैं देख रहा था तुझे confidence है या नहीं है. Because मुझे भी तो अभी पता चलेगा ना. अभी जो नया कैरेक्टर है कौन सा था? कौन सा नाम है उसका?
Gecko.
स्पेलिंग क्या है उसकी?
Gekko.
सही बता तो जवाब तू देगा. What is the gecko's nationality? हिंट चाहिए आपको?
हाँ.
नहीं है.
नहीं.
टाको खाते हो आप?
Mexican.
यूएस से है, मैक्सिकन का वो नेशनलिटी ऐसा कुछ.
मैं स्पेनिश और मेक्सिकन में कंफ्यूज हो रहा था.
चलो अब ये बता दो, अभी हमारे देश का एक हिस्से का छोटा सा मैप बनाया गया है और ये आसान लग रहा है आपको?
नहीं.
वो बता. लोटस कहाँ पर है हमारे देश में?
Mumbai.
थोड़ा सा हिंट दे दो मुझे.
Maharashtra. It's actually in Maharashtra. It's in the.
लोटस मैप.
It's in the Western Ghats.
कोने का बनाया गया मैप.
उत्तर प्रदेश. भाई सूखते हैं ना.
वेस्टर्न घाट. बनारस.
बनारस. उत्तर प्रदेश का ही है बनारस.
मतलब थोड़ा एग्जैक्ट बताओगे ना तो हिंदुस्तान बोल दो खत्म करो. है ना? हमारे इस गेम में वैलोरेंट के अंदर सबसे बुजुर्ग एजेंट कौन है और सबसे नौजवान एजेंट कौन है?
Oldest is Brimstone or Breach.
भाई बहुत बढ़िया. अपने लिए ताली बजा.
गलत बोला मैंने.
सही है भाई. तो कॉन्फिडेंस है तेरे में. अब यंगेस्ट बता.
Sneaky knows trivia. It's very weird.
ये कौन करता है अल्टीमेट?
Like
Neon.
नहीं खेली ना. अरे
the reason I know so much stuff, right, is in school I used to compete in all the all the state competitions for GK, trivia, ये वो सब में compete करती थी दिन रात. That was my jam. If there was a competition, I was competing in it. Because I am a nerd. If you go to my childhood bedroom, na chat, my room is just full of books. And I'm talking books that are like, you know, GK, Padhai, those kinds of books. Not Oh, it's back. Great. No. It's
You know?
back, bros.
Never know what's going on in his head.
9-10?
I guess I can say the same for Revenant as well.
Did they
because
round
every now
reset
and then
that?
They've been throwing these surprises.
I think they reset that round.
Hold on.
Difficult to figure out what's going on in the head.
9-10. So I guess one round's taken away from Revenant's books. From Reckoning's books. Oh, so because of that technical issue, I guess that round was pretty much secured by them. So Reckoning will need to fight for this 10th round once again. The round's taken away from that book, so we thought the lead was nullified, but still there is one round lead in the hands of Revenant. Let's see
Honestly,
what
this
Reckoning
could
can
be...
do now, considering the strat they used to take the previous 10th round in the hand's been taken away.
Yeah, and now that Flabin's dead, they don't have any backup options of going towards B. They have to creep into its A. And they've done a good job of doing so. They've already taken Lamp's control. They just need to find a way to plant the spike now without losing too many of
Ching
their
used
members.
both his mollies?
And even Revenant are adapting really well, you know. Since they've got Paradox already holding Shahs, he can deny the spike plant, while everyone else on Revenant are just making sure that Reckoning don't take control of the back of A site. This is something that Reckoning have done quite a lot in the past, where if plant doesn't go in
Ching
their
used
favor,
both his
they
mollies.
just continue pushing onwards
Only.
and then use the defender spawn to hit the B side instead. Paradox dodges the 0 point just in the nick of time, but Trist almost had him. Now Paradox will use the nade just to isolate the planter, but Trist will still kill him. That's a lot of pressure alleviated.
Really, indeed, it is. Trist able to find that first clean frag, and then the rest of his team just starts to rotate towards the B site. Blackhawk throws in a molly, denying the entry towards the site, and also connect those shots. A good flash to get the entry on the site. Voya will find the footing.
10
But
seconds
Deadly
left.
10 still on that. Sheriff is able to find that shot. A skull cracking one, a good one. A 2-on-2 scenario left over now. A lot of hopes and dreams in the hands of Woya. He's the only one on the site. We'll need to try and do something
enemy
miraculous, that's for sure. The man's on the left. Woya knows where exactly Ching is too. Ching peeks out. Position compromised. A good reveal. Ching's position known exactly where he is. The light tracking was there, but Ching connects the headshots.
Voya
And
should have
also
been
a little bit of BM.
Yeah, I really thought that Voya would try to go for the wallbang right there. And he could have pre-fired. But Ching, he wins the aim duels. Mechanically superior. And he gets Revenant the much-needed 11th round. But the trouble isn't over yet. Reckoning have quite a lot of money built up. And this bankroll will facilitate them to arm themselves to the teeth once more. And they still have some money left on top of that as well. So even if Reckoning lose this round, I think they can muster up another buy after this one. If not a full buy, then at least a cheap one for sure.
Prepare for hellfire.
Operators on the aggressive pace this time in the off angle. Shot whipped. At least Revenant's able to swing back. 1-0. Josh is able to find another one. Deadly 10's able to get the retaliation back in his hands, but this man is not missing the shot with the up. And then even with the short, he's able to get those kills in hand too. Just trying to bob and weave those bullets, trying to dodge it away, but Flabin eventually connects that spray. He doesn't know there's two players approaching him from the showers. Right outside the showers too. Flabin's just so
Nice
known to
smoke.
that fact. A good smoke. Smokes
Nice
spike
smoke.
too. Don't exactly know what type of mind games this man's trying to bring on the table, but soon enough, he's gonna get flanked from the back, and he needs to be aware of that fact. Flabin's got his back turned around, but he won't be able to get the timing in his favor.
Oh, those are good smokes.
My goodness. He just deploys a whole sea of smokes over there. Vision not just cut off, but literally impaired over here for Revenant Esports as he makes his escape. But he still doesn't have information on where they are. He did see the early flash from right to Ace, so it's safe to assume that Ace will still
30
be
seconds
on
left.
the Ace side, but he doesn't know where Blackhawk could be. And because Blackhawk has been lurking around all this time, he will always remain a mystery. 20 seconds left. Flabin has to plant the spike soon.
No smokes left for him.
But knowing him, he will probably try to go for a kill first. Molly to cut off the entry to this defender spawn, and now it's been done. He's boxed himself into this round. Has to pick up these fights, hopefully one by one, but Blackhawk will not give him the satisfaction.
Wow.
That tech pause.
That one round reversed, and
just
now Reckoning
changed
Esports are just
everything.
falling on top of their faces. The momentum being broken
That
because of that
tech pause
technical
has
pause
changed
as well.
everything.
Now Reckoning Esports not able to put a full stop to the string of rounds that Revenant is able to build up. The series of round is definitely given a lot of confidence for Revenant. And might as well, they will probably able to run away with the round, with the map win too. One more round needed, ladies and gentlemen. Currently on the match point is Revenant.
Nice. Nice strategy, bro.
What was this round? Just fighting right from the beginning. Revenant esports, they take violence a little too literally.
We're doing a watch party.
So many pushes out from a shot. There's 3 people charging in.
I don't forget.
At the same time, the rest of Revenant esports are also wrapping around from shot.
We're going to map 3, aren't we?
Gamble on the fact that Reckoning will fight them to its A as well, and they just hit it. I wonder what would have happened if Reckoning weren't attacking A that round. What would have happened if they went to its B? They thought could have avoided this entire push out. And once again, they do something similar. A 3-man push towards A shot nets them the kill onto Trist. And now the rest of them are forced to make moves towards B. But as soon as Flavin peeks out of the smoke, Ace is ready.
Yes, 3-5. Reckoning esports once again, they find themselves in a disadvantage, but luckily for them, they've got one man posted up on the site. Voya is able to get one on the line.
I have seen you in chat before.
In the name of Right to Ace, but this time Right to Ace denies it. Voya, the last man alive, a 1-on-4. He's got nothing else to do than to commit to this take.
You know,
because it's the last round. Clutch or die. And lose this map. Operators in the front.
You know what Necro
Josh
wanted to
is
say
just
there.
waiting for him to peek out as he does.
You
The
know
shot
what
was
Necro
baited
wanted
away.
to say there.
Voya able to find
You
that
know what
sweet
Necro
target
wanted to
in the
say
front.
there.
Josh falls back, gets revealed. Voya still keeping his calm
We
and composed
all know
nature
what Necro
to get
wanted
this
to
round
say there.
secured in the hand. Wants to get the clutch situation.
I don't even blame him.
Paradox has got the timing.
He's got the timing. You leave him with a mop and a bucket and he will clean things up. Just as we expected, Revenant esports take bind for themselves. Reckoning take their map pick, Lotus. And both these teams have played to their strengths, perfectly utilizing their inherent strengths to just get this map in the bag. The characteristics really personify what this team is made of. And now we're heading into map 3. Supposed neutral ground for both these teams, but is that really going to be neutral ground? Is that really going to be a map where we get to see a full fair fight? We'll find out on the other side of this break.
I want to see what's for dinner, Ray. I want to see what's for dinner. हमें भूख लगी है. हमें भूख लगी है, ठीक है? हमें सच में भूख लगी है. Ooh. Okay, what do you guys think is for dinner? I was just told dinner is a surprise. I'm going to see what was for dinner. Can I see?
Sure.
1 a.m. Holy shit. Okay, guys. Guys, he's making dinner. He's baking fresh bread right now. Like he's got a bread maker out and he's making bread. Who loves that? Oh, cute. Do you believe teams should be given long breaks between maps? No. Hmm. Just that? No, 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 no. I just needed to check something here, which I am checking. Also, like, I don't know if you've had these. These are awesome. Maybe more. One day, one day. Show me the Rishta, Nick. Nick, show me the girl. I want to see. Say yes. Bro, my friend recently went to a wedding. So my friend went to a wedding, right? My friend went to a wedding. And the girl was 20 and the guy she was marrying was 32 and her uncle. Yeah. Yeah. The girl was 20. The guy was like 32 and her uncle. Yeah. Girl married her uncle and she was apparently happy about it. Which just sounds crazy. Like, why would you be happy about that? वो तेरा चाचा है. Yeah, mom's brother, chacha. Is that? I don't eat.
I give her small, this like.
I really don't.
Then don't
think-
eat it.
Huh?
Then
I'll,
don't eat it.
I'll try. Thank you for
Have the pasta.
Guys, dinner. I'll have it. I'll have it. Okay, okay, wait. Let's do a taste test. Oh my god, it's so cheesy. इतना cheesy बन गए हो आप.
You don't like it? What's
Mm.
missing?
Nothing is missing.
Then?
Mm. Is there any
Made है तो made बोल दे.
No. It needs only one thing.
क्या?
Crunch. Do you have those shitty snap-in crunchy garlic flakes?
नहीं है ना.
Huh, then it's great. It's actually great. It only needs crunch, and if you have those shitty the snap-in garlic flakes or pepper, right? Fresh pepper. 10 out of
Pepper
10.
नहीं है ना. अच्छा made पास्ता बनाता हूँ मैं.
बहुत अच्छा मिड पास्ता बनाते हो आप.
इतना cheesy बोल रहे हो ना. How much cheese is in there?
Yeah?
Nothing except the one on top.
Huh, you made a roux, right? Was it an arranged marriage? Yes. I don't think a 20-year-old girl marrying her own uncle is a love marriage, bro. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I don't think I am this time. Just this time. I know. But like, they don't understand that, like, your life trajectory will get completely screwed if you accept those proposals. They're just like, ayo, marry our girl.
And enjoy the entertaining show that Revenant and Reckoning Esports are putting up. And Revenant, they're going to start off with the heat right off the bat. They're going to take the attacking side.
Right there.
Usually
Right
on the
there.
pistol round, Revenant is one of those teams that does not like to waste
no
time
neon.
at all. Instantly, they like to take the heat against the enemy team. And that's what it seems like this time as well.
No neon.
Trevor's being used to stun anyone towards the dish. Flavin falls back. And now it's an entire army of Revenant Esports just coming through the dish area. Flash is there to try and force him out of that spot, but Flavin in the close. The frenzy was able to deal a lot of damage, but Ching is still able to get those shots connected. This man, Ching, I don't understand how he's able to connect those shots like that all the time. This man is one of the most consistent players.
Last player standing.
Does not miss shot at all.
This game is just
to
straight
his
for trade
frenzy in
right
the
now.
hand. Now it's locked down, a one-on scenario. Voya, he's only got a shorty in the hand. Not a good news. He will need to close the distance against Right to Ace. We'll need to take it up close and personal, and Right to Ace is not going to do that.
Spike planted.
Retrieves a ghost in the hand, and now he's got the better gun. Ghost Factory comes in. I don't understand. Why does he go for that shorty pick once again?
Shorty
A
cute
bad
hai.
decision cost him his life. Over there, instead, he could have tried to play on the ghost once again, and at least he would have had a fair share chance to convert that round in his team's favor. But he went to pick up that shorty and got taken out. Outplayed himself. This is what I call falling off your own shoelaces. Take a look at the compositions too. Revenant Esports, a classic composition. You've got the Breach, Cypher, Fade, Raze, Brimstone. Classic composition. On the other hand, Boya, the Sentinel this time. The Sentinel is going to be in the name of Cajun. If you ask me personally, what Sentinel do I prefer on this map? It's tough to say. Both of them are equally good.
When am I getting
They
married?
have their own use.
Never.
It all comes down to which player is suitable for what type of agent, and that's what they'll probably prefer to pay. Revenant Esports, side entry secured. Spike goes down too.
Spike planted.
Considering it's an eco round for Reckoning Esports, they will probably try to take the risk, but if they are going to make sure that they're probably not going to give away these points in the opponent's hands, then that would just be a +1 for Reckoning. It's in their hands what to do or not to. It's Josh's good flash. Forces back the opponent's bit more. Flavin in the close. Add Shorty in the hand. Boya from the back is able to make work. 3 kills found. It's a 2-on-2. You blink it and you miss it out of nowhere. This round now seems doable. And what a shot from Deadly 10. A quick scope on the head of Ching. And Deadly will probably try to make it half. And he does. Once again goes for the tap and another shot to seal the deal. How is Reckoning able to convert that round into a victory?
No, dude.
That seems next to impossible to believe on. And Deadly 10 also gets his ultimate online. Blade Storm right off the bat in his hands. It's only been 2 rounds. And he's already got his hands on the Blade Storm.
Oh my god. Ramen, no pasta.
This is unbelievable. It felt like it's going to be a hot knife through butter from Revenant Esports, but then Reckoning, they have this fire that's being ignited within themselves, and then Deadly 10 in the end to pull off the clutch to save the day.
You know what, fuck up.
I talked about the mistake that was being made by Voya in the first round. But it's not even going to matter at this point. Converting that Thrifty, that anti-eco in your hands, perfectly done. And now Deadly 10 is going to be deadly, as always. You give this man an opening, you give this man a chance to bite you, and he will make sure that the venom's going to spread through your body as quick as possible. And Revenant, once again, being forced in the back step as Blackhawk is making his way through the arcade area.
Deadly has been just so good on these marshals, dude. It's not even funny how he pulls off that clutch, and he still gets the opening frag. That's ace out of the bag already. Even Ching is very low on HP. just before they break the alarm bot, Nanoswarm's triggered.
Good kills. Reckoning Esports. Yeah. Definitely not working out in their favor. And now Reckoning Esports, they're starting to line up these bodies on top of each other. Another one to go and a flawless round.
They keep it clean. And they don't even have to upgrade all the weapons. Deadly, he basically said, yeah, I probably don't need an upgrade. I'm just going to play with the Marshal. If something goes wrong, I can always pop the Blade Storm. The timing of these utilities is perfect. Fault line lands on the feet of that guy as soon as Voya is ready to fight him. And he doubles up as well. Great stuff from Reckoning so far, stealing away the momentum that Revenant had in the pistol round.
No,
but now that
still
Revenant have the buy again, how do they push in? It seems like a fast B crunch. And it would be pretty fast because Josh has a Rolling Thunder already.
Off your feet!
Speaking of the Rolling Thunder, and it's going to be utilized. Not even wasting a moment to use that one. Yeah, it does find the entry, but you've got players like Voya who are just blocking the road with the guns, and the bullets are able to find the skull to their opponents. Blackhawk turns around, slaps Deadly back in the grave. Deadly taken out. 2 on 4. Voya's got his hands on the lockdown too, but I don't think so they're even going to think of utilizing it. It's a 2 on 4. Man advantage is there, and Flabin's now starting to push up the limits.
Reckoning positioned themselves to success. So many of them ready to intercept Revenant Esports. And one might feel that Revenant with the early Rolling Thunder give away what they're up to, but still, you have to understand that facing a Rolling Thunder like that isn't really easy. All the mollies were used by Flabin just to keep everyone at bay, and that buys them a little bit more time, just to make sure that everyone's back to their senses. They're not concussed anymore. Plus, on top of that, so many of these Reckoning players comfortable peeking out of the smokes that Blackhawk has laid down. That really throws Revenant in for a toss.
RNT, I believe.
And right now,
okay, what the hell is
a little
this?
Impatient, as he does manage to find the first one. Once again, initial pick found. Reckoning so far, it seems like this is their playground, and Revenant are they're playing the game of Reckoning. And Reckoning is currently in the driver's seat. They're able to fiddle with the mind of Revenant, and now Revenant, considering the common strategies aren't really working out on the map of Fracture anymore, because Reckoning, they're just having a stronghold on the site so far. They're also able to connect those shots, but as soon as I say that, Ching strikes back and springs his team into lifeline.
Smokes on Amin about to run out, and they knew that Triss was over there. Great stuff. Good recovery from Revenant Esports. And with this, Blackhawk has his orbital strike again. This will give them enough time to plant. But with the Cypher ult going off, it will give them even more information. Now all that they need is in the palm of their hands. Jing even has a weapon now. The only thing that can probably save them are a bunch of headshots, and it's all up to Jing now. Pinned against the wall. He has to fight this. He can't hope to avoid the aftershock and the bullets at the same time, and he will be peppered to death.
Fourth round, Crips. 3 rounds lead already. As I said, it feels like Reckoning Esports. They're in their driving seat. Nicely done on the defending side. As I said, this map feels like an attacking sided map, and if Reckoning's able to do so good on the defense, man, you can already imagine what the course can be, what the outcome can be on the attacking.
I'm more concerned about the economic trap that Revenant find themselves in. Sure, they have a good enough loadout this round, but if they don't do something soon enough, they will be trapped in this perennial hell of purchasing and ecoing round after round, and you know how difficult it is to get out of that vicious cycle. Trish with the guiding light,
KJ,
sees all the presence he
sentinel
needs,
utility
but he has to
hasn't
fall back because of the fault line. Now another fault line has been put up, and this flash is
Oh my
perfect. He gets so many of them, and if that's not enough, Harsh will burn them alive.
What?
My God! Firing through that orbital strike, getting every single frag. That round is over before I can even finish my sentence.
I don't know.
Oh
Jeez,
boy.
this round, man.
A mower. A perfect flash. Peeks out. Gets two. Also got the back above his teammate. Oh my God. This is just perfect. And for the opponents, it's a huge nightmare. Reckoning Esports, they knew that the opponent would be on a buy round. And now, once again, as you said, they're trapped in this cycle where they're going to be forced back to the eco. There is a showstopper in the hands of Paradox, which he'll probably try to use to create some sort of space for his team.
Honestly,
But how much space can
Reckoning
this
can now
solo
buy
man
for
get?
like
That's
4
my
rounds.
question, considering you don't even
RNT
have the
needs to
superior
win.
gun to back you up. You will need to make sure that every single bullet should be counted. And Paradox wanted to overextend. His senses were tingling there, but he controls himself in that situation and says, no, not anymore. You need to play patient. You need to be disciplined.
It's just one of those rare rounds where Revenant have actually got the plant down without getting too many of their players taken away. He tried to break the lockdown with the satchels. Fails, but that's okay. They will gladly give up the space. Paradox still has the showstopper to turn things around. Trailblazer discovers 2 over there, so now it's up to Roya to somehow deal with them. But Paradox, he can't be dealt with. Trist is spending too much time on him. Meanwhile, the rest of his teammates are already on the strike. Deadly sticking the defuse. And Ching has a hailstorm of bullets headed towards him. He can't even peek out.
Nicely done. Still an
Too
operator in
much
the hands of
sentinel
Deadly 10, which he can
utility
try to
being
use.
thrown into RNT's face, and
And this
RNT
operator
is not
gonna
countering it.
Sting so deadly later on.
What does
Once again,
RNT
a
do?
buy round for Revenant Esports. An instant tactical timeout being called as well. Makes sense. If you're getting grinded upon like that, then you definitely do need a relief.
Like, how
You
does
definitely
RNT
do need
counter
a little
this?
bit of breather. This tactical timeout
Just
should
being
do
honest.
that too. And also some valuable information should be fed to the players by the coach.
Yeah, because so far, Revenant Esports, in the previous 2 maps,
Like, I just
those
say this
brute force attacks were
conversationally,
actually
what
working out
does
really well for them.
RNT
But
do in
now,
this situation?
Reckoning seem to have found the antidote. They parry all of that back by just sending counter util at the perfect time. And because Revenant are not hitting the brakes at all, they keep running into this meat grinder that Reckoning have set up. I mean, there's always something or the other that just catches them off guard, right? Sometimes it's the flashes from the sky, sometimes it's the orbital strike, which, by the way, has been used a bit too often in this entire half. We've only seen like 8 rounds, and yet multiple orbital strikes have been invested. And if that isn't enough,
Reckoning's just like
that
1 round is all you
not
get
enough,
right now.
Voya just always seems to have the utility placed at the right place. So Revenant can't even surprise them by just spreading out and making their defaults work. This time it's another spread out from Revenant. They have 3 members stationed towards B-Link, not B-Link, B-Main. And they wanted to make an aggro push over there, but they go towards Underground instead. Meanwhile, they've got Ching sneaking in from Dish, and Ace holding for a push towards A-Main.
Bring them down.
Trailblazer to be responded with a Prowler. And now they discover where the AWP is. So now do they avoid him? Or do they continue challenging onwards? Ace was never supposed to be the guy who challenges this area. He was only supposed to make sure that Reckoning don't get too much control. And while Reckoning do have A under lock and key, B side still seems somewhat vulnerable. They have to deal with the nanoswarms. Paradox ignores all of it, dashes into the site, and straight into the arms of Voya.
And Voya will greet him. Another one found from Voya. Finally, Ching is able to take him out. But at the cost of what? Losing 2 of your teammates and also giving the man advantage away to the enemy team. Revenant Esports, at this point, they can't afford that. Another one gets taken down. As I said, Reckoning, it feels like they're currently in the driver's seat, but right to Ace is adamant to steal it away. He wants to take control of the steering wheel, but it's completely okay. Deadly 10, he's got the key in his pockets.
And the
As
spike right in
is
front
in
of
his
him.
hands. Yeah, that's what he's relying on completely, but unfortunately the timing, it might just work against him. Ching was able to sneak in and also gets the crucial frag. Flavin still
10
inside
seconds left.
towers. His position's compromised. Not a lot of time left over. 10 seconds. They're quite desperate. And Flavin peeks up. A right to ace is connecting his shots.
Tactical timeout works out brilliantly. Revenant dropped the pace and Reckoning dropped the round. Great stuff from Revenant Esports. I also like how Ace just made that really risky play. Ace usually isn't the kind of person who does that. You know, he's a very calm and composed player. Yes, Revenant do take risks, but it's usually Blackhawk and Paradox who do those kind of plays. You know, Ace isn't the kind of guy who dives across his own teammate's smoke and catches his opponents off guard. But this time, he was desperate to do so. And that play got them the space they needed to plant. He pulls one out of Flavin's book. Flavin has been disrespecting the smokes that Blackhawk puts up every now and then. And that kind of was the undoing of Revenant in round number 3 and 4. So Revenant used the same trick against them.
6-2, I believe.
Fast A-crunch this time. There are plenty of defenders stationed over here, but maybe Paradox can blow them apart. Blow them to smithereens. Even the Hellfire is invested and Blackhawk burns apart Trisk, but not before he takes one down. It's still a 3v3. 2 plays down from either side and 2 ultimates invested from Revenant. Net them a plant. Just in the nick of time too, because Blackhawk, the Aftershock forces them out and Warrior is ready to receive him.
2-on-3 scenario.
Last player standing.
Door sound is heard, and a Hirsch just swings out. And
Oh
Ching meets his makers.
no,
Right to
no,
it, the last hurdle
dude.
was there, but he will be
Yeah,
dealt with.
like this
Joe.
is just
What a chaotic
unlucko
round
after
at the start. The
unlucko.
showstopper
Maybe
was
they
used
take
to nullify
5
Deadly
and then they
10.
can pull it back.
But
But
Deadly 10 was taken out with the instant trade.
yeah, the util
Trade of
usage on
sword
this
there
map. Hi,
from
Ashutosh,
Reckoning
what's up?
Esports, but you gotta give it to
Reckoning's
Reckoning,
util
man.
usage on this map
The
has
way
been
these teams
on
is
another
playing off
level,
of each other,
man.
they're making sure that even if a single body drops down, they're still
There is
squeezing out the
no
maximum amount of
F up
value
in
from
their
that.
util
They're
usage
always
at
having
all.
these
Nothing
crossfire
has
setups
been
where
missed,
they're
not
hitting
even
each other's
once.
backs.
Yeah, and not just the crossfires, even the rotations are so on time. I mean, we usually see a lot of these defensive teams on Fractured just crunch their opponents by pushing out of Arcade, Dish, and the extremities of the map, you know, just chase them. But instead, Reckoning are just rotating by a defensive spawn. And that is still working. I mean, they're not even trying to crunch Revenant hard, they're just stopping them in their tracks as they try to enter the site.
Now being forced on Nico. Deadly 10. Oh, catches the bullet right to his dome. Haircut's been found. Voya on with the lockdown in his hands. And once again, a good shot from Ching to kick things off. Nice one. We'll also give him an upgrade with the Vandal in his hands. 4-on-4 scenario. This shouldn't be that tough of a round to get in the hands for Reckoning, but now, as they've lost out on the body and also a gun, that means an upgrade in the hands of Revenant. Rolling Thunder used 2 to force back the opponents in the back lines, and this is what they're going to push off of. Nicely done. Also uses the ultimate on the Fade to give the position away as well. And that means the opponents are not going to have a lot of sound cues anymore, and Hirsch was able to get 2 off of that. Josh is in the front. But still Reckoning, they're able to get the grip back inside this round.
8-4.
And this is what you call affirmation bias.
8-4.
Revenant, they get the previous round by just pushing out of the smoke in the previous round.
My ult's ready.
And they tried to do something similar. They tried to take the fight to them
8-4.
by using the Rolling Thunder as well as the Nightfall straight to its Canteen and Generator respectively. But this time, Reckoning respond. And they respond in a very stoic, staunch way.
Oh. Still, as you can see, 8-2, Reckoning Esports. This is not acceptable if you're a Revenant's fan, because as I said, for Revenant, oh man, this was a start they really would have desperately needed and wanted to. Because this is an attacking-sided map, but then you've got Reckoning who are just getting these series of rounds in their hands, and they're looking quite happy too doing so. And Revenant is just not able to find any sort of crack in the defense. Deadly 10 is an operator set up for bait. As soon as the first man gets taken down, that's where Revenant Esports will now once again look like they're falling apart.
Looks like a 9-3.
Indeed. Revenant don't even have
Let's
too much
see.
to boot. I mean, they're barely surviving on money. They're just being
Alright,
handed
so this
these
would
stimulus
work
checks
if...
to keep themselves afloat.
Right there.
Did he just call them Jesus
Sure,
Christ.
they've
Okay,
lost
so-
Ching, but they can still go towards the A site where the
Okay,
operator
in this
lies in wait.
situation...
Deadly, waiting. operating, anticipating, and this time he will decimate Paradox as well.
Deadly.
The aftershock forces them out.
Deadly.
And they needed this frag desperately, but
Deadly.
they aren't out of trouble. Even Twist is available over
Deadly.
there. This is a weird set of smokes, but it works. It lets Revenant get inside, only to get traded out by Fabin. It's a pinstripe of the kill
Ye
feed.
kya smokes? What
And
are
Revenant
this?
still
What is
find
this
themselves
buzzard,
in
bro?
very awkward spots. He's right underneath the Twist. Expect this. Ace has to just count on his lucky stars now. Has to hope that the timing works out in his favor. And there's very little time left on the clock. 14 seconds to go, and he has to make a move now. They're diving into the site. Have to get the spike across, but Warrior stolen. Interception, perfection.
Why were you there?
10-2 half.
Round before the switch.
Considering
What is
Boya,
this
even
game?
he's got his lockdown available.
What
He's
is
in
this
with the
game?
Blade Storm Hirsch just
What
needs
am I
one more
watching?
orb to get the Rolling Thunder in the hand. The stars are aligned for Reckoning to
क्या
win this
देख रहे
last
हैं,
round in the
boys?
half. And that should probably happen too.
Hold on, where's the
Every
seeding
single
chart?
player from Reckoning
There was a
Esports is
seeding
on an
chart.
equal page. Chris doesn't even need to do anything inside this round or inside this map in general. Because his teammates are
yeah.
just feeling themselves and they're doing everything all by themselves. A quick take this time though. Quite desperate is Paradox and he wants to get something in his hands desperately. But this time he will be denied. So Reckoning Esports, it's an absolute meat grinder on the site. The entries are being denied all the time. Nothing can be found.
They're just shooting their way to a victory. We've seen
So
Revenant
depending
do this
on the
kind of stuff, not
seeding,
Reckoning.
depending on the
They are the
seeding,
aggressive team, but
I
Reckoning just
think
do
they
not
play
budge.
True Rippers.
Do not falter.
Oh,
Josh pulled this
coming
off.
second would have
The weight of the world on his shoulders and half his HP already taken away from him. Double-digit seed inevitable for Reckoning. He survives the op shot, but doesn't survive the knives. Slicing and dicing to double digits are Reckoning Esports. What a stoic lead.
They stormed through 10-2 first half. Don't even know what to say at this point. Did not expect Revenant Esports to crack down like that, especially on the attacking side. And now Reckoning Esports, for them, it's going to be the attacking side. I'm not going to lie, this map of Fracture just looks like such a puggish map. I'm going to say it because it's just aggression all across the board, man.
Yeah, that's true. There is aggression all across the board, but there's different ways of aggression, right? I mean, usually expect Revenant to be the more aggressive one, but Reckoning aren't aggressing towards the extremities of the map to crunch in Revenant Esports, at least not very often. They just rotate in so perfectly via defensive spawn, and that's enough. They're always in place to just stop them in their tracks. Can Revenant
10-2,
bounce
yeah,
back?
that's...
You'll find out on the other side of this break.
Bro, fridge meat के लिए, heat के लिए नहीं. Bro, this graphics card is making my frames drop. Come with me if you wanna game.
The all-new OMEN 16 with advanced Tempest cooling technology, now with 5 heat pipes and 4 thermal outlets. The OMEN 16 with 12th Gen Intel Core i7 processor to make you forget your frame drops.
Now that's cool.
Game on with Tempest cooling.
Presenting Hyundai i20 N-Line. It's time to play.
Yes, I'm a Gen Z. Or should I say, the Gen X. And I don't let fear hold me back from doing anything. I choose to move fearlessly to it all.
Hey buddy, we need you to trim your beard for this next scene.
What? Okay, fine, I'll admit it. I move fearlessly in most things, but I draw the line here. What if I Nico cut myself?
Try this.
Ew.
Phillips.
Ew.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, after that short break. You guys know what the scoreline is for the first half, 10-2, heavily leading towards the side of Reckoning. We did not expect such a stomp on the map of Fracture, but hey, it is what it is. And speaking about the end, the B sites, one thing is sort of just boggling my mind is that the amount of times we saw Revenant Esports hit the A site over and over and over again, it just made things so easy for Reckoning.
But will Reckoning fall to the same mistakes? I mean, so far, Reckoning are just heavily present towards the south side of the map. And while they're showing presence towards A main, they just now start to move towards B as well. The spike is positioned over there. The only thing standing in their way is going to be Ching and his camera. He doesn't even have a lot of tripwires over here to stop them. And now that the camera is down, no optical illusion can save them. Smoke's deployed. Another smoke by even Blackhawk was sent in towards Beam, hopefully to keep them at bay, but Ching with the shorty can definitely be a deterrent over here. And they're just diving in and out of that cyber cage, hoping to bait out sound cues that will flush him out. And one bullet is enough. He switches over to the Ghost, almost takes down Flabbin, but Flabbin turns around. What a double kill from this man. Reckoning crunched them hard.
Oh, it's almost done at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's an anti-eco for Reckoning Esports, where they will have the weapons advantage, and Revenant Esports, they're pretty much on top of their faces. A lot to dream for, of course. As I said, they were fighting for a better seed in the playoffs, and also maybe the bragging rights, if you'd like to consider that. But mainly, it was for a better seed in the playoffs. And I guess Reckoning's the one to get the better seed.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe the seed will turn into a beanstalk. The beanstalk that takes them all the way up to the skies above, the heavens that they will ascend to. Maybe even ascension. Who knows? My goodness. I'm just gonna say it out there. This whole map is a brawl. Not just this map. This entire series has been a brawl.
Match point.
Notice we did see some rotations every now and then, but in Bind, we just saw so many of these rounds where everybody would be dead within the first 20 seconds. And now we're seeing it on Fracture too.
Well, 12 rounds, man. Here we go. Last one to go, Crips. Interesting stuff. I mean, opponents having better weaponry. Still, at least Woya and Trist, they've got a Vandal and a Phantom on the board. So let's see if they're able to do anything, if they're able to do anything with just those two guns. At least Woya has been dealt with, so that means that's the first Vandal off the board. First AR taken away, and then you've got men like Josh hitting his shots too. Reckoning Esports struggling definitely inside this round, but I like the fact that Revenant Esports are still able to connect those shots even after the round, the series of round they've lost so far. But look at Flabbin so deep in. No one's going to expect him here. And he will be spotted. What just happened? Oversmarting himself there.
Yeah, sometimes patience doesn't pay off. Trigger discipline is not always a wonderful virtue to have. And Revenant Esports turn up the heat. They are fighting their way back to victory. Although they have a massive mountain to scale, at least with this win, they're able to grant themselves the spiky boots. Dive those little spikes just into the bodies of Reckoning Esports. Pump them full of lead. What a crunch from Revenant Esports. They just disrespect all the smokes that have been put up. And yeah, I mean, Reckoning also were playing in semi-slowish fashion. They had like just one player towards the south side of the map while the rest of them tried to plug in via arcade. And what do Revenant do? They hard push into its A main to take control of the south side, and then they're already behind Reckoning before they can
Deadly attack hopping.
Both sides just refusing to give up control of this area, right? Just really being exchanged back and
Absolute
forth.
W gaming.
Aftershocks, fault lines, prowlers, trailblazers, nades, you name it, you've got it.
It's quite interesting to see Deadly 10 on the operator on the attack. And what? Blackhawk just out aiming a guy with the operator in that range. It's inhuman to believe. But yeah, it is done in front of you guys, in front of your eyes too. Ching looking to pop out of that smoke and give a huge surprise to the opponents. Flabbing on the other side of smoke too, try to do the same thing, but unfortunately not able to get the work with that. And Voya is now left with two of his
I
teammates.
swear if they take this to
They haven't
OT.
secured the site control yet. There's a tripwire on the site that can make things a little bit more difficult. But I gotta say, with the way Revenant Esports is able to hit every single shot so far on the defending side, it's just adding on the charm a little bit more. Hirsch almost got caught off guard. He's still got the operator in the hand. The shot will be made, but the classic's gonna be enough. You take him down, and Ching will seal the deal.
Revenant Esports find violence as their solution. Just simply refusing to let Reckoning into the site. Absolutely refusing to budge. And I can see what Reckoning tried to even do over there, right? As both the breaches exchanged flashes at almost the same time, you had Flabin trying to dive in towards the defender spawn entrance, hoping to catch somebody off guard, but hey, nobody budges. The rest of Revenant also recovered their vision soon enough, and just like that, Reckoning Esports have been broken. Their economy shattered, and this could be
already
but it's a long and treacherous highway, full of landmines, full of traps. Reckoning Esports want to avoid some of these traps, and hence they start going towards the A side rather than B, but instantly all these nades and aftershocks keep them away.
Wow.
Even the orbital strike has been thrown in by a Blackhawk just to burn one. And Deadly, he's been barbecued to death. It's not like he had a lot of weapons to begin with, so Reckoning aren't expected to win this round, but some economic damage will be desired. Never mind, they don't even get anything else. They just get Josh.
Nicely done. Boy, oh boy, Revenant Esports. Are they on the verge of pulling off an inhuman comeback, an unbelievable comeback? 5-12? Maybe a 12-12 OT?
This should do.
I think somehow I'm on too much copium over
This
there.
goes here, that goes there.
But yeah, speaking about Reckoning Esports though.
all are.
Yeah, they've got 3 ultimates available. Seekers, Orbital Strike, and even the Rolling Thunder. All these ultimates can help them gain the site control and also sustain it.
I've got your
So
trail.
it does seem like things are quite aligned for them. Seekers used, the
Oh,
Rolling
that's-
Thunder from the opponent's used too. Deadly.
It's gone.
Able to take him down even though he's buttering around, but that was just a fake because the real push is on the opposite
gone.
side.
They
It's
just
on the
need
A side.
one
The spike's
set
getting
play to
planted too.
work, right?
Reckoning Esports, the mind games
that's
this time.
it.
Finally, we're seeing something that seems quite organized.
Revenant Esports were using brute force to get inside, but Reckoning get into their opponent's minds instead. And Trist is throwing everything at them. Birds, tigers, the whole goddamn zoo is towards them, and now another one, just keeping them at bay for so long. He doesn't break the haunt, and that's how Right to Ace can pre-fire him, but it's still back to a 3v3. Flash is perfect from the side of Reckoning. Hirsch has the Rolling Thunder available now, and this could really be a deterrent. The Molly misses, but the ult won't. And Right to Ace has to tuck himself into a corner, find a safe spot. At least Blackhawk is able to trade him back, but now there's hellfire upon him. Fire and cataclysm raining down from the sky as they shake the whole ground and tear the skies asunder. Reckoning
That is
Esports
just
steal the finishing blow. They win this
unlucky.
game.
Knockout punch indeed. And once again, the cowboy swings into action. Flabin, look at him. He's also got the stylish glasses. Oh man, I love this guy. I want to meet him. I want to meet him in person sometimes. But once again, he points his gun against Trist. Why does he do that? Why does he want a friendly fire against Trist only? Why not anyone else?
It's a special relationship, you know? I mean, just like we throw each other under the bus every now and then.
Yeah, he throws him under the bullet.
But for now, Reckoning have thrown Revenant under the bus and run it all over them. Great game. What an entertaining game, I must say. While both these teams are going to make it to the playoff, I think it's perfect that the league stage ends in this way, with two of the most entertaining teams facing each other and giving us an absolute bonanza of a game. The both first maps were super close, Lotus full of adjustments from either side, but somehow Reckoning are able to deal with all the aggression from Revenant, and then in Bind, Revenant showed them exactly what aggression means. They defined that word, taking us all into Fracture for the cherry on top of the cake.
And we absolutely love to see that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, league stage has came to an end. This was the final day, and pretty much playoffs are going to be the front stage of this entire VCSA split too, and playoffs are going to be fun to watch. Before now, ladies and gentlemen, there's still the entire post-game analysis to do, so we'll be right back.
No, I'm playing a game of Valo. I deserve some Valorant. I deserve some Valorant. I deserve some Valorant. Okay, I deserve some Valorant. हमें खेलना है. But like, I need to see Lee. Why is message? Why is your name? YouTubers, you'll be back. Alright. Watch parties are done. Finally, some Valorant. Oh, they're not online. Fuck it. Let's just try this in deathmatch and see if the DPI sensei works for me. You know that I play DM with sound off, right? So you guys will just have to hear my voice for a second. Also, like, there's one song that is stuck in my head that I listen to right now, and like no other song is working for me. Like, this one song is just stuck in my head, dude. Powers over me. Should've known, I should've known you would. Hey, Nick. Me. Should've known, I should've known you were toxic energy. I realize why this mouse mat is such a pain for me. It's a speed mouse mat. It's a speed mat, it's not a control mat. I should just phantom spray and pray, honestly. Who uses a speed mouse? I hate people that use speed mouse mats. Yes, so there's two kinds of mouse pads that people can use: speed mats and control mats. Okay? Now, personally, I don't use a mouse mat at home. I use a dense control foam. I don't Yeah, Anirudh, the sound will be on in just a sec. I play deathmatch with sounds off. So yeah, I just realized why I'm struggling so much, man. Like, so if you have if you're a very low DPI player and you're having an issue with flicking, right? Speed mats are really good for you. A speed mat is amazing if you're a low DPI player. Yep, yep. I just realized this setup uses a speed mat and it's so bloody hard to control. Like, I want to know the people that actually use speed mats. I'm going to ask him why. Because it's so weird, dude. Like, okay. I kind of want to gift him a good control mat now and tell him, भैया ऐसे भी mouse mat आते हैं, please use करो. You have powers over me. Shoulda known, I shoulda known. Toxic energy. Well, I knew it. No. So there is speed and there is control. Hey, Parichay. I'm playing solo right now, sorry. Any of my unrated friendos, the ones I want to play with today online? Nope. Sorry, Parichay. It's not that I don't want to play with you. It's just that I don't have the mental right now, sweetie. Sorry. Hello. What's up? Alright. Where is Anal Armadillo? Oh, he's not online. Okay. Cool. Bro. I'm just getting the most cringe Instagram reels being sent to me right now. Okay, I'll be honest, मुझे वो cringe reels बहुत पसंद है. मैं बहुत cringe देखती बैठती रहती हूँ, ठीक है? Gonna play a game. Oof. Okay, guys. Okay, I was just sorting some stuff. I have to bounce. Shit. But I will be here chilling. See you guys.